Hello! Ah, didn't change me.
I get fucked. You goddamn idiot.
I changed all of you.
Well.
And I'm just still a cool kid. Levitating off the ground.
Of your own fucking actions.
Looks like someone has spilled the stupid.
Hello, it's me, Chie Satanaka. How are you? This is what Kingdom Hearts is all about.
Follow the
dragon!
But yes, hello everybody. We are going to be playing some Kingdom Hearts today for the first time in a month. How you doing?
Crazy, right?
You may have realized we are not streaming this on YouTube like we said we were going to. That is because YouTube would not let me earlier today. It would not let me use my my streaming stuff for some reason, and it was very hard to get everything set up the way I wanted to. And eventually I just said, fuck it, I guess we're doing it on Twitch now.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Well, it's difficult because I wanted to have a good showing of the Twitch side, but we had a bunch of problems the first stream where we couldn't have people gift subs. We also had a few problems with the actual stream itself, like staying like actually available for everything to go down. I'm not Chie anymore. Hello, I'm Blue X or Zex Blue, I don't know. And it was just very hard to get it to work. But I'm like, that's just growing pains. I'll mess with it. But I don't know why. Maybe it's because we streamed once and then didn't stream for a long time, or like they think something's weird with me. But every time I tried to do my test stream today, it didn't work out. So we are back on Twitch for the time being. Hello, XLube. Oh, that's great, actually. I like Lubex. Lubex and XLube are very good. They very much fit my personality.
They're great. Those are great. But I personally am a fan of Blue with an X at the end that's just silent.
Oh, just the silent. What about XX Blue XX?
There we go.
How about fucking
XX,
not?
XX Blue Monkey XX.
And the X's are different capitalizations.
Yeah.
The X's are all silent.
Yes, they're all silent.
They're all silent, but also capitalized differently.
Yeah.
And you type in X.
I wish all my X's were silent.
Oh my god.
Yuck.
Oh my god. All right.
If you type an X into Google Maps, you'll find where blue is at all times now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just like Xehanort's stupid fucking ass. God,
yeah.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Oh
That's so stupid.
It's Elon Musk's dick.
What?
Man.
Anyway.
Looking up X on Google.
Oh, right.
His pianist.
My guys,
pianists.
We are going to switch over to the room here. We haven't seen the room in quite a while, and this is one that I had to rebuild literally from scratch. Hi-ya!
Tell us more about the room.
The room died. It was gone for the longest time, and now I've rebuilt it, and it's glorious and better than ever, except it's worse. Because a lot of the things aren't finished in it yet, including we don't have your guys' items from the last couple of games in here yet. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite us in the ass today. We have the axe though, so that's pretty cool.
We have.
That's all we need.
We don't have the list of keywords that tell me what all the different keywords do, so that really sucks. You guys have a whole bunch of Destiny tokens, but I don't have any of the karma cards in right now because I don't have any of the karma card descriptions because that was also gone.
We don't need to know what anything does. It's fine.
So for those of you who do not know, we had recently a big problem with my computer where one of my hard drives failed. So I had to end up redoing everything and getting everything together. So the last month has been dedicated to me getting this room back, getting my other room back, but also, if you haven't noticed, finishing a different campaign at the same time, getting all the things that were missing from that back, getting things ready for the next campaign. Anyway, so
thankfully that wasn't too bad.
It wasn't that bad, but I did miss all the things that weren't in the room. Thanks to FOMO, we got most of everything back in the actual Five Darts room. But I had a lot of things on my plate this last month, and it's been terrible. Anyway, so
Welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts RP.
we have
guys.
we have all of the pieces here. They all have names. They've all gotten names on them now. I think
At least mostly anything
of
that we
them.
knew the name of.
I don't remember if we knew the thing's name. Almost called this a dog.
That's a weird looking dog.
That's a weird looking dog. What's that dog doing?
Can you show me what
He got that dog in him.
About?
Oh, the Pegasus.
That's a horse.
Wait a second, that is a horse.
But yeah, we'll see how things kind of go there. Speaking of all of the things going down, we will hopefully get most everything settled before next game, as far as the items and other things that people may be missing. But until then, hopefully we just don't run into combat today. If we do, we'll see if we can do it or if we have to end the stream at that point. We'll see.
simply be like skill issue, I guess, and leave.
Imagine we get an hour in, we have to end stream.
And don't worry, my wonderful players. You may be thinking that something is missing from the room, but don't worry. All of the dark sides are right here, waiting to come out and see you all.
I wasn't missing
I'm
them.
in
Here
best
they are.
friends.
Here they
I
all
did not
are.
miss them one piece.
Here all of them are. I know you were wondering about them. Here they all
I did
are.
not wonder about
And of
them.
course,
I was hoping
here's
they'd
the big one.
They need to go away forever?
The
There you
chaos
go.
side.
Here.
They're
Thank
all
God chaos
here.
side is here. I don't know what I'd do with myself if he wasn't
It's like
there.
they never left.
There you guys go. I was just wanting to make sure that you all knew that they are still here. Look at them.
Cool.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care
like
that they're
my
here.
very own child.
Yeah, they're all.
I would like them to be gone
They're all
forever.
back.
They need to be
Kind of
gone.
fucked up for me to say that's
forever.
my child, and for you to be like, I want it to be gone forever.
I mean,
They're
one of
monsters.
them is one of them touched a wall and got disintegrated or some shit.
Good.
That was very
They all
funny.
need to be.
But yes.
Well, sometimes things don't work as we want them to.
So all that being said, my guys, does anybody want to tell me what happened last month?
Yeah, man. Here we go.
I just how you like to tell what happened last month.
I'm gonna put my little hat. So anyway, last time in Kingdom Hearts, 50 million years ago.
Oh, man, we're going way back.
Yeah, we're going way
I
back.
said last month, not 50 million years ago. Come on.
Oh, maybe not going as far back as I was.
Time
hoping.
dilation, brother.
Oh, yeah, I see.
1 year in here
Muna
is 5
sits with
million
Rosa
outside.
and goes to teach her one or two things about class consciousness. Which basically ends up with Rosa being like, I don't know, it looks like most of the things I had in like a mansion are actually like big luxuries to most people. Maybe this could be solved by giving every single person a small police force so they don't have to be abused by the big police force.
I have such good ideas.
He's
Why
got the
don't we
spirit.
make everyone a princess?
It's perfect logic. Hello, I am Princess Hibiki, I guess.
Anyway, let's start having their conversation and further incentivizing the fact that Rosa really don't feel a goddamn thing. I mean, she feels some things, but none of them are the bad things that you would feel under this very horrifying situation that she's in.
Yeah.
We have Gilgamesh going up to his little tower and just doing the thing that he does where he refuses to sleep. And he stares at the beacon of light that powers this gigantic shield, and he's like, this is magic somehow. And I mean, he was correct. He, closes his eyes and he can sense a whole bunch of what apparently he describes as ley lines. I don't know what the fuck that means in his world, but I don't know what it means in this one either. There's a whole bunch of ley lines in the east, in the southeast, in the north, and the south. And the farther in the east, there's a bunch of sources of magical energy, and he's not sure if they're like the same power as this one or like completely unrelated, but they're definitely some kind of power. And then Philippe comes out of his beautiful, beautiful beard and is like, I caught you thinking again, numbnuts, what the fuck you're thinking about? And he's like, well, currently I'm seeing that there's a bunch of different sources of power, and he's like, that is correct. Are you like looking for something? Which really is like, yes, I'm trying to maybe get back my power using some of these. And it's like, well, they would definitely have to do, trying to figure out the fact that apparently, according to Gil, he's lost something about his body. It's just making it a lot harder to do magic as a beautiful, strong dragon would. It also may be the fact that he's literally made of magic. It's unclear. It's also just apparently the area of Cherished is kind of like a weird magic absorption field. Like magic just does not. It has a magic leveling system where it just organizes all magic so that we're not immediately nuked by the fires of man whenever someone from his world happens to come around. And they talk a little bit more about, the kinds of energy they're looking about. And Gil talks a little bit about the person that, quote unquote, cursed him into this beautiful dad form. I don't know what he would ever call this body a curse. I mean, look at him. The only thing he's missing is a shirt in winter. But
I mean, it is kind of winter right now.
It is kind of winter. As they're talking, Philly is like, listen, I don't know exactly what's going on with your guy, but first of all, curses generally, like, when it's a curse, things don't tend to stay if the person who did it dies, and it's like, oh, no worries. Like, and I assure you I didn't say that we're dead. I will find them, and that's a threat. And then Philly is like, listen, I can sense that we have the same kind of thing that I technically said for myself when I got here. There's a whole bunch of darkness in your heart, boy. And, then Gil's like, are you trying to fucking imply that I brought all the fucking heartless to my world? And it's like, no, it's like communism. It's a collective effort, all right? You may have massively helped, but that doesn't mean that you did it by yourself. And it's like, gee, thanks. Is there anything I can fucking do about it? It's like, I don't know. Do you want to, Gil? Do you want to do something about your little dark heart, huh? I don't really care. I love you. Bye. And
yeah, bye.
That's I love you just the way you are, Gil. And then it went right back into the pocket for Gil to be like, damn, I have to fucking prove to the world that my heart's not full of darkness. I have to find a bitch. I have to find a way to get my power. Life is so fucking hard for me. Why can't a dragon ever fucking get a W? And then he go to sleepy because he was tired.
Why do bad things happen to good dragons?
Why do
bad things happen to good bad dragons?
Why do bad things happen to me?
If you want to know that answer, look up bad dragon on your work computer.
No, wait. No, wait.
No.
No. Anyway, the whole team wake up and the next morning they eat breakfast. And they're like, all right, we should probably, talk around. They think about maybe talking to Michelle, but, they decide to talk to the witch that I don't know if we ever learned her name, but she is definitely in a green outfit.
She sure
all right,
hates
Fog.
getting her
That
name.
dragon is.
God fuck.
Anyway, before Will has any more realizations about himself, she's like, hello everyone. You will notice there's something weird and fucky about this door if you would like to come in with me. And then Muna goes into like the white Squidward void from that one episode of SpongeBob. And then it's like, all right, we'll leave you here. And then she just accidentally locks Muna in there and then brings her out. The point of that is that this whole place is fucky. Something about like the beacon coming out or something about, the Michelle's awakening or something. It's kind of made the rooms and the library go weird, and now the rooms are they're not there. But in theory, with more like beacons and stuff, we might actually see more rooms, which might be important for having a library with rooms. And also, it would help her remember more things because she's apparently working at like 10% capacity, which Hibiki loves to point out every single opportunity he can.
How dare you?
Is it wrong?
Yes.
Prove it.
Damn.
You're the one that has to be burdened with proof to say that I do.
I'm not a fucking lawyer, alright? Fuck you.
It's their
Actually,
recap.
you're trying to prove a negative.
You can tell your truth during your recap. Now keep going.
Yeah, if you want to tell your fucking you know what they say about history is written by the winners? Well, not in this case. History is absolutely written by the losers. So I'm gonna just keep trucking along. They talk a little bit more about generally, you know, hey, we're going to this place. Do you know any ways that we could potentially remove runes of a door? And it's like, yeah, just scratch it off, lol. And it's like, what if it was on like a wooden door? It's like, just scratch it off, lol. And it's like, what if it was a gummy block one? And it's like, well, shit. I mean, if you had gummy block or something that could break gummy block, it would maybe work, but it's also pretty hard to inscribe gummy block for the same reasons that it is to remove it. So, you know, shrugs, lol. We also talk a bit about the magic that might open it. It's like, well, I mean, I guess if you have the compatible magic for it, it might work, which makes Imuna remember, oh shit, yeah, she sold her fucking jewelry to Macho, and goes to check. We didn't find any blood magic in there, but she did get some sick earring swag for the price of free blood roots, which she was not very excited to have anymore. The whole being made out of blood was not, maybe it was in the name. Maybe weed was not a good idea. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, they go back. They talk a little bit more. We talk a little bit about, you know, she doesn't really keep track of any current events at all. She just does not care. We talk about the library a little bit, and it's like, maybe we might be able to know more about it. I don't really know what the Cherished were saying about, like, this whole place being, like, some kind of, I don't know, prophecy or whatever. I don't really remember, and I don't really know. But I mean, I guess if you find an ancient Cherish, you might be able to find out, like a really, really old one. And it's like, where will we find one? Well, it's like, there might be like 3 of them in the woods somewhere, not in like civilized ground. I don't know where they're, and I can't tell you their names. Good luck, lol. We're like, thank you. Thank you as always. We also talk a little bit about the Kingdom Hearts, and we don't learn a lot except that apparently she confirms it has like a weird Joker moment, not like a really like a full-blown Joker moment, but she's a little bit disoriented and goes, it's a pretty beautiful thing, which we still have no fucking idea what that means. Also, something about 7 and 13 being important numbers. This might mean something to literally anyone else who is not me. I guess going to
No, you're fine.
That probably means something. All right. Anyway. We finish talking to her, we go outside, we're like, all right, let's train a little bit. And the team trains for like 3 straight days. And they get a little bit buffed. And then they remember, oh shit, we might actually need to haul ass at some point, because otherwise someone is going to be fucking bored by their own daughter. And we're like, well, we don't want that during the marriage. That'd be pretty bad. So we haul ass on day 3 all the way over to the cabin, to the mansion. And Mark's like, well, the Lord isn't here. He's on a very important business trip. But, I mean, he said, you know, help yourselves if you'd like to, you know, come around and do something. So, yeah, just, you know, make yourselves at home. So we make ourselves very at home. But that didn't mean we pocket all his cheese in this fucking table. And...
You did do that. You did take all of his cheese.
And I would do it again. And we go upstairs to the room that got assaulted by a hole. That was the room where an armor kind of went bazooks. And we look around, we find Suzu. She's outside staring at the flowers, and Rosa's like, yeah, she's doing something. This is kind of like a ritual for her. She brought all those flowers and she planted there. But, you know, again, she's still acting weird. Apparently, she hasn't been touching her food. She left some pretty fine meat and lettuce completely untouched, like some kind of mongrel. Again, no one's fixed this room, probably because all the carpenters are dead or missing. You know, skill issue, I guess. And, you know, we look for the rubble. We find a little thing called it's a spying something. It's a little mirror. It tells you whenever there's a weather event, effectively. It's kind of an emergency thing. It tells you whenever there might be an emergency. It's a broadcast. And, you know, they're like, well, I mean, I guess this would be a pretty normal place to have it, except for it's like, no, actually, you know, we can only have it here. We can't actually have any mirrors or so on the first floor. And we're like, huh. It's a very weird, specific thing you're not allowed to have on the first floor of your house. And she's like, yep. And it's not elaborate.
You just can't have them. You just can't have mirrors down there. It's important.
Yeah. It brings bad luck or something.
Keep seems to pocket it to use on the first floor.
You're like, time for me to use this for mirror reasons. Anyway, when the whole team's investigating and all sorts of stuff, Gilgamesh goes into what can only be called some kind of small armor museum room that they have next to it. Looks around, pokes at some swords, their swords, pokes at some spears, their spears, pokes at some armor, the armor is moving. And the armor, he looks inside and finds nothing, and no stand or anything. It's just a stand of armor. And then the armor speaks like, all right, I wasn't expecting, this to happen this way, but all right, hello. The armor explains a little bit about the situation. Generally, it comes from a world that is Gilgamesh's world. It's the same world. They come from the same place, the Roomsies. And she or they or him, I don't know what, they can't move that much by the magic of their world, which was very, very strong. But again, first of all, Kingdom Hearts world, Cherished world doesn't let you have that much magic, so they've been kind of stuck. But some kind of weird fucking experiments in the basement allow them to move from time to time, which means that there's a lot of magical energy concentrated in the basement. And also, why the fuck are they doing some mad science shit down there? We don't know. We're getting there. And they talk a little bit about their world. Gilgamesh uses his power to charge up their lacrima, I think is the word, their magic stone, so that they can move a little bit, and also casually give them the resistance to all damage types, because what, Gilgamesh is just a baller like that.
I feel bad for you because this is the second franchise you know nothing about that you have to explain right now.
Yeah, this is a great game for me to just know nothing at any given time. I love playing Sorrel as a method actor.
Yeah, it's like, okay, done talking about Kingdom Hearts, so I have to talk about, looks at notes. Fairy, where you going?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as fairy tale.
Now I'm even more confused.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Pog. Anyway, so, they talk about each other, and they're like, well, I don't particularly, care as a huge like to you, but, if something need happen, I would like to follow you, since you're the closest thing I have to an out right now. And he's like, yeah, alright, thumbs up. And then he's like, I'm gonna give you a name at some point, because you said you had no name, and they're like, well, I will have to decide it. I will decide if it's good, if you're gonna have to fucking name me. And it's like, yeah, alright, okay, I guess that will work. And then he walks out, and that's basically where game ends.
Yep. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Very convenient that it's like, okay, you have to name me. So think, fuck, we don't have to remember their name.
There you go. Perfect. I give you 2 more of these little guys here. So now you have the most of everyone, because I gave everyone the same amount.
Yay!
Look at you with all your things. Good job. Good job.
And you even gave me a fake card?
I did.
Wow, you're so nice.
But
Thank
then you were
you.
mean to me, so I'm going to take it back.
I wasn't mean now. I'm sorry.
How could you, Emerald?
At this
I
point,
was supposed to be mean.
At this point,
Sorry.
you guys would have looked through all the things in the room. You guys would note all of the weapons and armors that were in Suzu's little side room here appear to not be very well off. They're around as powerful as you think you would have seen the original weapons. A lot of them have fallen into disrepair. Maybe they can be fixed, but you're decently sure if you threw these against a Heartless, they would probably explode. As you guys make your way out from this room, again, Suzuru is right over here, seemingly hanging out around these flowers. You guys have not seen everything in the house yet. I would like to know, while you guys are here and have left your friend in here, because they said they have the ability to move now, but they want to basically bide their time until the best time to move. So they will hold on to that magic, and if you ever decide to have them move or yell out for them, they will attempt to move. But for right now, they're right there. What would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to go and start exploring more of the house? Would you guys like to talk with Suzuru? Would you guys like to go and find your boy Mark?
The beautiful Mark is
I-
still looking for the Pepsi Diet Coke.
I would
Currently,
like to...
Duke Conqueliquot is not in at the moment, at least from what they've been said. You guys have suspicions they're probably in the basement, but you have no idea how to get there since apparently Rosa has not been allowed.
We just go down, stupid.
You got it. You figured it out.
Explain how.
Anyway.
I'm not in the game, and Demuna doesn't have the same idea that I do. They're not smart enough to realize go down.
There's also other buildings you guys can go to. You guys can see if that demon priestess lady or whatever is off in the church. You guys can attempt to go and find who you now know to be Artemis from around this area. Whatever you guys want to do.
I think it would be good to start trying to localize Artemis, considering that's probably an important part of why we're here.
Well, you guys know where their room is. Their room would be the one that was right over here that you guys walked past the first time. It would be.
We
this
literally
room right
walked
now.
past it immediately, ignoring her, ignoring what we're here for.
Well, I mean, also, you guys know that getting them most likely is going to be a potential getting them out of here kind of notion as well. So leaving that until you guys are about to leave may be good. Also, you guys don't really know exactly how you're going to get them out without anybody seeing you.
Yeah.
Skill issue.
All we need to do is just make sure we know.
I know how.
positively How?
Look at that armor.
Perfect.
Just put her
Do
in the
not
armor.
look at this inconspicuous suit of armor.
This is for rituals.
But yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I think I personally like to try at least exploring a little bit more of the house, as we're kind of trying to figure this place out the best as we can right now.
Just so you guys remember as well, let me move you guys off of the map very quickly, so you don't get stuck
Hold on, you
under
have
it.
to load up the Uber map.
You guys do know that you were given some ideas of where certain things are. The entirety of the first floor, you guys are decently sure you've mapped out, save a couple little places. There are some nice little areas, including what you guys know to be a shrine to the, I believe the second dragon we had said, which is the little blood dragon thingy that will make you down into the undergrounds and yada yada. There's also the second floor. You guys were just on that floor. This is where you know that there's some kind of treasury just beside of where you guys are here. You're not sure how to get in there. But you also know there's another treasury off to the very north of the main house, but there is no door and no way to really get in there from here. And then
And there's the secret treasury.
that's what I'm talking about. That's the one I just mentioned.
It's so secret,
like
you
to
say
fuck
it
around.
twice.
And you guys don't really know anything about the third floor. And there's a bell on the fourth floor.
They're huge.
Celebrity Bell.
And as far as the basement areas are concerned and the underground areas, you guys do know a couple of places. At least you've been told about a couple of places. One of them being the underground sort of armory for a bunch of the guards and things of that nature. You also note that there is a large shrine, again depicted to the second dragon, as well as the family of Rosa is also apparently there in their little mausoleum. But that is essentially everywhere you guys know where things are. You still haven't looked into any of those areas, but you at least know where those areas are.
Yeah.
So where would you guys like to explore?
Let's not all do it at once.
And he just left me. Like, I legitimately had a thought. I mean, we could definitely. I think that Gilgamesh had been wanting to see the dragon and blood thing, but it was also the thing of we weren't allowed, and we have the person who's not allowed right next to us.
Hi.
There she,
When
there
it
she is.
comes to that place, she's allowed to go there. She's not allowed to go to the basement.
Oh, okay, Pog. Gilgamesh, you wanna go? You wanna go try to see if your plot works?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Good luck with that.
All right. Well, I've been curious as well, so.
Hmm.
I'll go check the 3rd floor.
You want to try to split up? Is that what you're saying, Hibiki?
And search for clues.
Search your clues.
Hibiki's thinking you guys should split up. Well, I mean, who's wanting to go where at that point then? Hibiki's saying they're going to go to the 3rd floor.
If one wants to come with Gilgamesh, I am down to do Hibiki with any small task you might need.
Do you want to go with Gilgamesh Muna to the potential second dragon, Blood Dragon's place? And then Gilgamesh and Hibiki go to 3rd floor?
Is Rosa going? Because I know
Rosa
in
has to
character-
help you guys get there, yes.
Okay, good. Because all I can remember is that Muna's keeping a close fucking eye on Rosa now that they're here.
Also, I just now realized a grave error.
Some kind of error?
I don't know. There they are. I couldn't find Ramu.
The most important one.
Ramu has some new art done by Will.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Look at them.
Look at tough little Pikachu.
Once again, that is like built like a Tony Soprano mafia boss. I love it.
But yes, they will most likely be going with Hibiki
Oh hell yeah.
because Fali is going with you guys. That way, you guys are not left without a summon in either place.
What?
Everybody bestie.
Just in case you guys decide to do something absolutely stupid.
What? We'll never do that.
Storm Squad and Dragon
Intentionally.
Squad.
So, as you guys make your way off into the area here, you guys are told by Rosa, you would need to go if you're wanting to go to the 3rd floor inside of the stairs here. She motions to the area beside of her.
Oh.
As you guys see a very large opening, a very large door to your side. You make your way over to it, Hibiki, but you notice that it is extremely heavy. You with your let's see here. With your
Don't make fun of me.
You with your -5 strength find it hard to get your way into there. However, immediately Zarel just goes over and like very easily slides it open.
There you go, Mickey. Go ahead.
As you guys
Thanks.
see. Whoop. What appears to be a set of stairs. You guys look to the other side down here. This set of stairs seems to make your way going down to the 2nd floor, but these stairs go up to the 3rd floor.
Oh hell yeah.
As
If anything
you
happens,
guys-
we'll probably know by the sound of it.
Well, we'll see, man. This place is big and it has stone walls. There's a lot of soundproofing going on here.
Oh, you know, he will hand off the pocket mirror to Muna.
Oh, but you're not allowed to have a pocket mirror on the 1st floor.
You can't do
I'm not allowed.
that.
And she'll go over to Bagley. Oh, but I'm not allowed to have this. Pockets it.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Whatever
have
would
to
I
see
do if
this.
I'm caught?
Hibiki, I'm afraid you have to see this side of me. The rule breaker.
That's literally the only side I've ever seen of you.
Rude.
But yes, Muna, you are given the spyglass from Hibiki, which again, this isn't like a telescope kind of spyglass. It's just what they called the thing. But
are you
you
doing,
have
Zion?
the little pocket mirror.
I'll use it for evil
Good,
later.
good.
Okay.
Good. Let's just leave Gilgamesh and Muna, the two most kind and understanding of people, to go off by themselves toward a blood dragon's place. You guys go back. You guys
Yeah,
go
great.
up. You guys go make yourselves upstairs.
I mean, they're
Why do you think he wants to be away from
them? I think they will be doing great.
It sounds like he needs to be on the other side of the planet from what they're about to do.
As you guys go up, Gilgamesh and Muna and Rosa, you guys head your way down these same stairs going down. We are going to go to first. We'll go to Hibiki and Zaro first.
Hell yeah.
As you guys would make your way up into the 3rd floor. Hiya. You're decently sure you know where the other fucking stairs are because they're the same fucking thing.
What? No way.
You guys come out into the 3rd floor. You find that there are quite a number of little doors and such all around. There's no grand halls in this section other than the one you make your way into.
Quite a big door, though.
There is a big ass door in front of you, and a bunch of smaller doors all around the other areas. Where would you guys like to
It's a
go?
pretty threatening looking door, Hibiki.
It is pretty big. Seems like, Unfortunately, they don't label their doors here.
I mean, I suppose we can always just spy into them and just try to look in them, just opening a door a little bit.
Zion.
It's gonna open.
Sounds good to
just
me.
open a little bit. You know, it's just a little.
A little bit, just a
little
little
tiny-
looking,
little
a
tiny
little
open.
looking with a little eye.
Little bitty open. Little
The
bitty
question
open,
is, which doors? There's a small one over there, a small one over here. I mean, there's a big one here, but I don't know. But something about big door always feels like big trouble.
You're not wrong. Guess we could pick this one first.
Well, Hibiki, let us head towards this unsuspecting door here.
All right.
Let us see what is inside.
You make your way toward this door, and it's locked.
Oh dear.
Well, that's.
Well,
Is there any
I-
kind of like hole or anything? It's like a perfectly
yeah, there's a keyhole.
sealed door.
man, if only we had Booyah.
She could open it.
If only she would just give one of us one of those key things. That'd be great.
Booyah, darling, can you help us do crime?
Currently, there is a small keyhole. The door seems pretty flush, although there is a little bit of a gap at the very bottom of the door. There's not really a big enough gap on any side, though, to really look into.
Not even through the keyhole. Damn.
You can attempt to, but it is a rather small keyhole, and you don't see any light on the other side.
Well,
This is why I
Oh,
didn't give you
so-
guys a keyblade in the very beginning of this game.
what?
This is why none of you are Sora.
Way. Fuck's sake.
You could break
I
it.
guess we just go down the line.
We could keep going down the line if you would like to.
Well, it doesn't sound like breaking it to me.
It's like we don't want to alert people that we're fucking around and finding out.
God, I'm finding it difficult to remember if it's this door, the next door, that's the thing. I mean, nothing.
Okay.
Oh, this one seems open. Not open, but this one seems
Unlocked.
unlocked. Though there is a strange there's a strange odor coming from inside.
Is the light on?
There's no light.
There's a strange odor. You know what? He will make the attempt to see if he can see through the keyhole.
There's no keyhole on this one.
There's no keyhole on this one. No.
Nope. There appears to be a large lock that was put onto the side of this room as if they wanted to lock this from the outside, but there's no keyhole to show that there's a way to lock it from the inside.
And I'm guessing again it's another door that's mostly flush with the wall.
Again, it's mostly just openable. You can try to crack it to look in if you'd like.
Hibiki will attempt to do so.
Go
Let's
ahead.
just see what's in the door.
Go ahead, and I need you to roll me for 2 things. First, I would
Oh,
like
you need
to
to give me a dice.
No. First thing I'd like you to roll for.
Wow, running him back.
Just no. You
All
can't.
right.
Let me get you a dice, I guess. I guess you can have one as a treat.
Yay!
You know what?
You don't need any other dice for combat, so.
I'll just get a big array of them, for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, nice.
And with these big arrays of dice, I will. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be as many here as I want them to be, so I'm just gonna make 4 different versions of these exact dice.
That's crazy. Thank you. That's
and,
good.
Whoa. Weird.
Now you might get them mixed up though. So like maybe if we like hover over this one and like just kind of do this, and maybe then you'll know who's are who's. Just kind of.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of a.
That makes sense.
That's technology.
Yeah.
We have technology.
There we go. Anyway, roll me a dice. You're rolling first
right.
off for your insight.
Well,
This is first looking inside and seeing shit.
I will do this first. For 2 of these. Let's hope I get at least a +1. Ooh,
Yeah, plus three.
+3. And then I will go over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We have a whole thing right here if you want to use it. It's a 5.
At the 5. Plus a 3 at the 8.
That's an 8. Well,
That's an 8.
we'll figure something out from that. But secondly, would you like to roll me for your agility for no reason?
My agility? Whoa!
Yeah, your agility for no reason.
I'd love to. Here we go.
You have a fleeting on this one.
Why, thank you, chat. Aw. So sweet.
Why are they giving inspiration for a random hypothetical roll?
Oh,
That was a 10 plus 3, so 13.
okay.
13 is a good number in this game.
Ibiki, you try to inch your way in. You try to like look in very slightly. You don't really see much of anything as you go to peek in. It's just very dark inside, and you risk, if you want to push it open more, you risk if there's anybody inside, they'll know, or anything like that. Nothing has seemed to have noticed you, if there is anything, but there is. You didn't really get a good insight roll, so you don't see shit.
Oh well, he will abandon this endeavor and quietly close the door.
You close the door.
Oh, did you see anything, Heavy?
No.
Are you sure about that?
I couldn't see anything at all.
So
If you want to try, go
light,
for
right?
it. But it was dark. I couldn't see nothing. And if there's anyone in there, I don't,
Ramo.
No.
You got.
You have sparks in your cheeks, right?
Yeah.
You think you can do a little bit of light for us?
Does Ramu think they can do a little bit of light for you?
Not quietly, that's for sure.
Roll to determine how much light
Does
is.
Ramu know Flash? Let's see. Let's see if that's one of Ramu's 4 moves. Roll me just a d20. Roll me a d20 here.
Cool, Pog.
Pog.
We'll see if Ramu knows any HMs / usable outside of battle
No
PMs.
HM.
Fucking yeah, they do.
Well, that's now a canon event has occurred.
Ramu
This
does
is a
know.
horrible canon event to occur.
Ramu does, in fact, know Flash. They know HM or the TM, whatever Flash. As they can do this, they will need to roll for their +7 to see how much control they have over it. Otherwise, they're just gonna flash fucking everything. So go ahead and give me a roll for Ramu with their +7.
All right. Okie dokie.
See if they can control this in any way.
Please don't flash me in my face. My eyes are sensitive and they can get hurt.
Think fast, chuckle fuck.
As Ramu seems to let off a bit of static from its cheeks as Hibiki is holding her in front of him. It's giving like a little bit of like a thing. There's like a little crackling throughout. It's like a bit more than a candle.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
It should help for seeing at least a few small feet in.
I mean, if you want to open the door that much.
I mean, it's a door. What's the worst that could happen?
What is the worst that could happen? Go ahead, you can try.
All right, I'll open the door of around with my hand.
I'm
Just
just
gonna,
holding
just
the
gonna
rat.
open it. Just gonna open it right up.
Just gonna open it right up.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's fun. It's just haunted.
You open the door. As you do, you find that it creaks open as you do such a thing, to a point where you see, thanks to Ramu's bit of electricity that they are showing in front of them, what appears to be an extremely dilapidated room. It doesn't seem that anybody has cleaned this room in quite a long time. Looks like they might have even thrown some just kind of storage stuff up here at some points. There are
Someone
spider
fucking
webs
look
literally
here.
everywhere. And it looks like there is a layer of dust over just about everything. When I say just about everything, though, I mean both of you roll me for your insight really quickly, and I know that's really funny for you, Zarel. But
Every day.
By the way, what kind of room was it?
it is like a little bedroom. Only there's
okay.
it's bad bedroom. It's
I will go ahead, grab
Roll
two more of
higher
these
for
funny
it. I got a
dice.
-1. I'll see you in hell.
I'll do these two funny dice
This is
first.
like a perfectly nice and normal room to me.
I got a +1 and I got the keep one. That's cool. And now I shall do this. Let us see what I roll. Ooh, 16.
You do note as you step in, Hibiki, that you don't see that everything here is created equally. Some things as you're looking around, the piano here, while it does still have cobwebs all over, it looks as if it has a small print on the center of it, as if somebody has been sitting there. You also note that each of the bones that make up the keys, because that's what you call keys. Don't worry about it. Each of the keys on the piano, none of them seem to have any dust, although cobwebs are again still there. I didn't notice that one. We'll give that to Zarel next time. Don't worry, guys.
Hell yeah.
No
So
worries.
the fact that someone's definitely been playing this piano,
That's
didn't-
playing what now?
someone's been sitting and playing that piano.
Well, they've clearly maintained themselves busy here.
Zarel, stepping inside.
Oh,
What's up,
boy.
buddy?
What have you done to yourself?
Why don't you roll me for your willpower?
Cool. Every day we try our best. Because actually I still have positives on. Huge if true.
You do have one. You do
let's
have
see.
one fleeting as well. No, we'll
20.
hold on to that fleeting. We'll keep it for a bit. Because I'm feeling nice today.
Oh, nice.
You're so
I see.
nice.
As you step in, you immediately, despite not seeing anyone here, feel that you are not alone in this room.
Santa?
Hibiki! 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 There's someone else here!
He will look, I guess, towards the bed as the only other possible place a person
What is it
could
that they
be.
say? What is it? This lingo you say? Help a brother out.
I guess Hibiki will step into the room.
Hibiki,
and
roll
try
your
to
willpower.
find- Hooray! You know, this time I'm just gonna do this.
This
I'm
is
just-
what you get for using the hot
Whatever happens, happens here, fam.
bro and
fam.
brotherhood.
Help a brother out, Hibiki. Wait, no, the ghost.
7, 8, 9.
9.
You also immediately feel as if you are not alone. However, You also feel, Hibiki, as you look around, there's almost a strange ringing in your ears, an uncomfortable ringing, like there's some kind of a sound throughout this place that's just not right.
You got tinnitus, brother. Sorry.
Yo, tinnitus brothers.
Do you hear that ringing? Or is it just tinnitus?
Ringing? No, first of all, what's tinnitus? Second of all,
It's not
no, I
even
don't hear any-
nighttime right now.
yeah,
More like
how would I
today
get
is.
tinnitus? There's no night tinnitus.
It's a hearing condition.
I don't
Right, now that we
particularly
mention
hear
it-
anything. No. I guess I'll look at the piano since they mentioned that someone had been sitting on it.
You see what appears to be a small, almost heart-shaped little indentation that doesn't show any dust along the seat. You also find that the pedals at the bottom of the piano seem to be not dusty at all. You find the keys are not very dusty, but again, it almost looks as if, despite the dust not being there, the spider webs have been completely undisturbed.
Huh. I'm gonna poke the piano
Despite
lid, poke the
everything,
keys.
there's still spiders.
You try to poke a key.
I'm gonna poke that song out that Lord Akron seems to like a lot.
Oh, you want to try to Twinkle Twinkle Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Well,
get over
sorry,
here.
the answer was Moonlight Sonata. You lose.
Do you use the heart groove?
I guess I used the heart groove.
You
I don't
sit
know.
your
I
you
only
sit
got
your
one of
butt
them.
you sit your butt over the
I
heart
put
groove.
in the heart groove. It's
heart-
perfectly sized for my little
Yeah.
body.
It's an ass print. We all know it's an ass print. God damn it.
No, it's just how it is. As you go to play, I would like you to roll me for your. We'll go for experience here.
Fun.
But now that we mentioned tinnitus, I hear it and it's pissing me
Yeah,
off.
good news, buddy. You got tinnitus now.
Well, I always have it. It's just
Roll me one
I
more
can't
time for that
ignore
fleeting
it.
you got earlier.
Hell yeah, it's finally coming into use, baby.
Okay.
8.
You find as you look it over, as you press yourself on a few of the keys, you keep trying to see if there's anything coming up until finally you do eventually. You find it. How dare you? There we go. Play it again. You begin to play Twinkle Twinkle Kingdom Hearts. Look at it go.
Yeah.
I still fucking hate you so much.
As you play it, you find that you're doing rather well. Hibiki, they are playing it rather well.
Huh.
Despite, never touching an instrument before in their short life.
Yeah. my well-known instrumentation.
I'll just assume it's Cherished thing. And not be like incredibly jealous of talent. Instant talent and it being like literally a skill they previously learned as another person.
Skill issue, Hibiki. Skill issue.
As you play through and you get near the end of the song, Hibiki, that strange feeling you had, that sort of oppressive feeling in your ears, that tinnitus, seems to go away as the two of you hear some slight sobs.
Hmm?
Going back to this song now. You guys hear the sound of someone very lightly sobbing coming from this room.
Well, let's look around for them.
Hello?
As you
Are you alright?
As you begin to look, as you call out for them, they don't seem to respond to you. You look over the bed, there doesn't seem to be anything there. You look over through the curtains, there doesn't seem to be anything there. There's no person in here from what you can tell.
Hivik, I'm not sure what this means. Is the piano crying?
He was about to head towards the piano when you said that.
As you check out the piano, it doesn't seem as if the piano is crying.
Not the piano itself, but is like the sound of the crying more obvious here, or
Nope.
Is it just a general in the room?
Seems to be coming from the room.
No.
Is there a spirit in here or something? Hello?
You just hear sobbing.
Are you okay? We can hear you crying. Is there anything we could do to help?
You do not appear to be getting any response.
I'm not sure what's going on in quiet, Hibiki. Just that someone's very sad. Maybe it's gone, I don't know, from another room and we're not hearing it?
Hibiki will go to check the...
Also, Dad walked into my fucking room and took my fucking guajava chocolate. Even though I explicitly told him not to.
Rip.
He looked at me straight in the face while we were doing the roleplay, and I'm like, don't touch those ones. Those are the ones I want to eat. Try the pineapple ones, because those I'm a little bit cool of giving away. And he fucking looked at me in the face and ate it anyway.
As
And then he picked the pineapple ones too. Anyway.
as dads ought to. What's up with the bed, DM Sama?
You look to the bed. The bed itself, again, appears to be in somewhat disrepair. Though looking at it, it does appear to be very fine. Whoever had this room definitely had a very nice bed. Looking at it, you do find that there are less cobwebs on the actual sheets of the bed, on the actual bedding itself. It appears as if the cobwebs have stayed around to the frame, as if the spiders have, in particular, stopped themselves from going anywhere near this. Perhaps it's because there is a somewhat half veil over the top of it, but it does seem as if bugs could have easily gotten in there, but they have decided not to.
Fuck this place.
I guess Hibiki will try to see past the veil.
You just look underneath the veil, you just see bed. It's very nice looking.
No obvious signs of, oh, these sheets have been stabbed through.
Nope. Nobody seemed to have gotten stabbed here. You
Did
hope.
mention it still smells like it smells foul here, right?
It doesn't smell foul. It smells very aged.
Dank?
It smells very dank. Yes.
Oh, okay, it's like old as fuck. All right,
Yeah.
got it.
You walked into a room that did not seem like anybody ever cared about for like the past probably years. Probably a year or so.
I have to say, Hivik, I kind of hate the state of this room a little.
Anything else you got to want to look around at?
The cabinet right next to me.
There is a cabinet behind you, as well as a bookshelf off to the right of it. As you look at the cabinet itself, it does appear that there is a lock on one side of the cabinet. The other side does not appear to be locked at all.
To open the unlocked one.
As you slide yourself over toward the unlocked one, as you open it up, you do find that there is a couple of books, a couple of things like that near the bottom of it, but mostly you see hanging from the top of this wardrobe-esque cabinet what appears to be dresses.
Like adult-sized dresses, I'm assuming.
Yep. As you look them over, one thing that seems odd about each of these dresses, and both you and Zarel could kind of feel this, maybe it's your connection with Muna, maybe it's your connection with Michelle, but you guys do feel, even though the two of you aren't really mages or wizards or anything, you do find that there is a slight veil of magic over every single dress here.
Magic dresses.
Dresses are haunted. Dress is haunted.
And also, yeah, Zarel, I do not like the state of this room either. I just got a little bit interested in what these cabinets held.
As far as the books are concerned that are at the bottom of it, They appear to each have a sort of kind of theming to them. Some of them appear to be love stories. You find that a lot of them are at least titled as such. You would find that one is called let me find the thing really quickly. One is called The Heart of the Mountain. Another one seems to be called Love's First. The next one after that, oddly enough, is called Love's Third. Who knows if there's a Love Second?
The trilogy didn't pan out, so they started with the third one just in case.
As you look over the other sections here, it appears that the ones inside the wardrobe at least seem to be love stories.
Well, it's very lovely, and also sort of sad.
It is.
If a house this big, what would you need this many love stories, hey Vicky? I don't know.
Also, there's a library downstairs.
There's also a library downstairs.
Also, there's a library downstairs. But also, I don't know.
Some people really love stories. What can I say? And now let's do the thing that I was avoiding, because there's apparently a picture frame here.
There is a big picture frame on the top. As you look it over, it appears to not really depict much of anything. The dust or age of whatever it is up there seems to have mostly left it illegible. Not to mention the fact that it is a
yes. Hey.
It is a depiction, and that depiction seems to have vanished.
You did it! You solved the mystery!
Which is why, again, I was only telling you the titles of the books as well. But as you look at the books here, you find that the books here have a different theming to the ones you found inside the wardrobe.
What kind of theming?
I'm glad you asked. So
I was hoping you would just go into it.
I should have, but at one point I was like, I let it sit too long. I'm like, no, I have to wait now.
Now I have to wait. Now I have to let you cook.
The books seem to be about death. As you look over each of the books in front of you on the wardrobe here, a lot of them seem to be different volumes of things talking about body preservation. Some of them seem to be biology books. A couple of them appear to be books depicting stories of necromancy. Others seem to be stories of very strange haunted areas. One of them in particular seems to be an encyclopedia on different types of undead. One of them seems to show a sort of emphasis on ghosts. Another seems to be a complete like kind of clip notes on banshees, things of that nature. Damn it, music.
This one's all about death and things and
All about death. Well, I suppose that's a recurring theme in this household.
I guess we'll pick up the one about banshees.
You pick up Banshee book. As you look it over, it does seem to be a little how do I put it, worn. Some of the other books seem like they were open maybe a couple of times and studied a little bit. This one seems like there's a lot of creases along the spine of said book.
I guess he'll open it up and see if, I guess first there's like, maybe this is the type of thing that somebody put their name on the like the inside cover, you know how people do with older stories about books and stuff.
It does not seem to have anyone's name on the inside cover or anything of that nature. As you open it, you do note that there are spaces seem to be let out and aside for depictions. But it seems those depictions are gone. As for the actual contents, it appears to be just a rather large book on banshees.
And again, of all these books here, this one seems like the one that was the most worn.
Some of them are also equally worn. A lot of the love stories seem like they were worn rather well. The book on ghosts seems to be rather worn as well. But those two out of the ones here seem to be the ones that are mostly opened. The books on necromancy seem to have been somewhat looked through as well, but again, not nearly as much as just the depictions of ghosts and banshees in general.
Interesting. So not only is this the person that owned this room into love stories, but they were interested in all this death stuff, but mostly the depictions of ghosts and banshees.
Okay, I suppose it's a common thing in this household to, I suppose, at least look at one of those. We're unsure how much of the love angle holds up right now. Oh, I can't, this room is giving me the, what do they call it, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, the entire time you guys have been looking, you still heard the sobbing in the background, by the way, as well.
Yeah, it's like we've been hearing
Yeah, I
sobbing
hate it.
entire
So
fucking time.
much sound and I don't know what to do about it.
I guess he'll flip through the Banshee book and see if it's like, hey, maybe
It appears
this
to
is
be an
Banshee?
encyclopedia of things. You're decently sure you would not be able to read everything right here, especially by just the bit of light you're getting from Ramu.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I know who's sobbing. I think it's Muna, because you won't get out of her fucking room. Let me read my Banshee stories.
Is there anything else in this room you guys would like to look at?
I mean, there's this book on the floor, there's this loot.
There does
We can
appear
try
to
to
be
look at the sheet music, because there's a lot of
there does
music
appear
around.
to be a bunch of music and sheet music seemingly strewn across the area here. It does appear to be a loot over there as well. The book over here does appear to be on the floor, but it doesn't really seem to be much of anything. There is also the desk that is over here
it's a
beside
desk?
of the bed that has some kind of papers on it.
Let me look at some sheet music. Apparently, I seem to have a talent for these now.
Zarel, you look down at the pages and things upon the ground. As you look through them, you find that there are less sheet musics here than instead drawings. As you look over a lot of them,
We can have those?
it looks as if they were drawings, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All right, alas.
As you look it over, you see that there is obvious pencil markings where something should be, as well as what appears to be little tiny notes along where things are. You find that there are still lines that show like some kind of sketching, despite those lines themselves not becoming pictures in general. Seems that whoever's stealing all these depictions are like really dependent on, I don't know if this is art. Anyway, but there does appear to be a lot of blank images along here. Not a lot of these things are sheet music. As you look into some of the ones that are, however, you do find that one of them is Twinkle Twinkle Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, look at that.
As if to say, you know, maybe this was something you guys could have done all along.
I just felt like doing that, and love that Sorrel's power just keeps coming along.
Other than that, there are some other easy looking songs, but none of them in general seem to be all that crazy or all that important. Just
Do they have Nirvana?
No. No, they don't.
So these are like, we can technically not really see the drawings themselves, obviously, because they went to Tahiti, but we can kind of see the lines.
Yeah, you can kind of see that there are lines and things on there, and because all these are blank, you're decently sure they were depictions of some kind.
Okay.
You also every now and then see the name, not the name, but you see the word captain written about.
Captain?
Captain.
Oh, my captain. Hey, we can come over here for a second.
All right. What'd you find?
I've been looking at some of these papers. I was expecting more sheet music, but it seems these are some sort of, he says drawings, his mouth opens, and then closes.
More depictions.
Yeah, depictions, that's correct. Or I guess lack thereof. Although I suppose, you know, first of all, they mentioned something called, someone called the captain.
That is a word that shows up quite a lot near where the pages you think are depictions. Probably meaning they drew this captain quite a lot.
Getting real early Zelda vibes from picture stuff. But anyway, Captain.
Can we feel like the grooves where the lines would have been drawn like paper? Because paper leaves a line.
That's why I was more meaning you see where pencil lines would have been and things like that.
I feel perhaps.
Here, hold it up to the light. Maybe you can.
If we cannot hold and again blank in lines, perhaps we can do the negative. If we grab it perhaps towards the light or some kind of charcoal, it would reveal itself somewhat. And
then immediately get stolen by somebody. I don't know.
Sorry about your picture, lady.
I mean, I think if we just angle it right with the light, we might be able to tell something a little bit from it.
I will certainly try. I'll go ahead and grab a piece of paper and I guess we'll angle it towards our candle.
You angle it toward Ramu. I will say this is something that would be extremely hard to do, especially in this room, and especially that these are very light lines as well. They're not like really big etched in there, but we'll see. Go ahead and give me a d20. We'll say throw in your I was gonna say experience, but just roll it for me. Just get going.
Experience would still be better.
You have a fleeting
so
as well.
kind to me. You're so kind and so polite.
Give Zarel your power.
One more time. You got a fleeting. From Emerald.
Give Zarel your power. Zarel's power.
Give Zarel your power.
Unfortunately, you guys can't really get much from it. Maybe if you guys had time to mess about with it, or if you had it somewhere else. But right now, the sobs are still kind of getting to you.
Yeah, it's kind of bothering me.
Is there anything else in this place you guys want to check out?
What the fuck is this weird white thing over here?
It's probably a skull, but don't worry about it. That's not there.
Oh, okay. All right. There's no skull.
We're gonna say that's a Mr. Saturn plushie from Earthbound.
Okay, let's just check the desk, maybe. Let's not look at the non-skull. Don't worry. It's gone. It's gone forever.
And if this is an important book, Hibiki could look at the book that's on the ground.
You go to pick up said book. The book appears to be some kind of a music book. As you look it over, it just seems to show what notes mean. Again, if you would have looked at this before, I would have given you advantage on trying to do the thing. Don't worry about it. You already did it.
I am simply a master of doing things.
It seems to be
I have what
a
they
rudimentary
call prescience.
It seems to be a rudimentary, just kind of like notes thing, showing what notes to press on keyboard and what notes mean, kind of thing. But it's very.
This is the stupidest way I could have gone.
I just love immediate walks in, plays the exact song, and then just walks away, finding the other things later.
Simply skill issues, or LW.
As you make your way over toward what appears to be this desk, you do note that there is a lot of spider webs here, but as you look it over, you find that there are not only spider webs here, but also spiders.
Oh, spiders!
As you look and see,
guys.
There appear to be some spiders that were scurrying about near the top. However, you also note they are not moving and are looking toward you. There appear to be 5 little spiders.
Hello, little spiders. They're staring at me, Hibiki. Is that normal?
He looks over. No!
Why don't you roll me for negotiation there, Zarel?
That's not normal.
Inspiration in that.
You also have a fleeting.
But these spiders are gonna be my friends, goddammit. We're gonna go on many great adventures.
That is a +4, but go ahead and roll me one more time for your fleeting.
Alright, we could probably do better than a 3. That is better than a 3.
That is a
20,
22.
22.
As you look down at the spiders, you say hello. You do note that one of the spiders, the one near the middle, lifts up one of its many legs and waves it at you.
Oh, I'm waving it back.
Hibiki, you see Zarel waving at a spider and the spider waving back.
I should have realized that when we had this little mouse thing that could electrocute things. I should have realized that even the insects could be, you know, sentient, somewhat creatures, or something or other.
I heard you don't like spiders.
What a lovely home in this area. You've gotten quite busy.
The spider looks to you, looks around toward Hibiki, and also looks toward the picture you have in your grasp. And by picture, I mean what was a picture, a depiction.
Picture, maybe.
As it looks to you, it seems to motion over toward its web.
I'm gonna look at the webs. Is the web?
You look to the webs. I will give this one to you because this is something that is getting pointed out to you, and you got really well on communicating with this spider before. You see what appears to be a picture inside the web. Which
oh my
again,
god, they're so smart.
Which again, as you look to the webbing, you're like, oh, is something gonna come in here and yank that web away? Like, what's going on? Is this
I
fine?
wonder what happens now, actually.
You see what appears to be a depiction of a key. You then see one of the other spiders scurry. As it scurries away over up the ceiling, not ceiling, up the walls, across the ceilings. You see it seem to make its way over and plop itself bloop, over at the cabinet.
Hibiki, follow that spider, pose haste.
Oh,
I think that means
right.
very fast.
All right.
You make your way over
Hibiki
to
will go
the
over.
thing, Hibiki, as you see a spider, and it seems to just appear to be sitting on top of the large cabinet on the side that is locked.
That had a picture of well, it's the locked cabinet, so we need the key. I guess Hibiki will try to reach up and see if there's a key on top of the cabinet.
You're tall enough. You reach up to try to do so. All you feel is spider webs.
Had a feeling.
That's their home.
But you do not feel a key.
And
From
you
the
know,
two-
to try.
From the two of you looking at this, just so we can get the kind of thing, it seems like they're telling you to get the key to the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But the key to the cabinet probably isn't on the cabinet.
Listen, man. People in video games don't look up. No, not everyone looks to check immediately around
it's
the
completely
thing.
fine. It's completely fine.
I'm gonna guess the
No
key's...
one looks
So,
up. That's
do you
why I
guys think
never
that-
finished
Do you little guys
Ocarina of
think
Time.
the key will be around here or perhaps somewhere else? Give me 2 legs for no and 1 for yes. I don't know which one's the no, though.
As the 4 remaining spiders look to you, the one in the center, the one that waved at you, seems to, for a second, turn toward the other 3, turn back to you, turn back to the 3, like they're trying to figure out, like, what the fuck do I do? How do I communicate with you? I don't.
Okay. Go to the left if it's yes. Go to the right if it's no.
What was the question again?
Is the key in here?
No, they do a no. It is not here.
Then.
Good job, dude.
Do you know where the key is?
No.
All right then. Well, we gotta go look for a key.
Something to do. We just have to make sure to keep an eye out for a key.
Does the key that they drew, like, is it very intricate looking, or is it a very just rudimentary
Seems
key
to be
shape?
very rudimentary. It seems very almost completely rudimentary, as if like it is just plain old fucking key.
They know what a key looks like. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to find a key for the cabinet. All right, that shouldn't be too hard.
As you say that, Ramu looks to the cabinet and like you see more sparks coming off of it, like They could fucking. I'm just gonna break it.
we could. Zarel could in fact break the lock with his massive muscles.
But that's mean. Someone's house is this. I wouldn't just break a door. Are you a monster? It's not like we're gonna murder him or anything.
You wouldn't just download a car, Hibiki.
You wouldn't just download a car, Hibiki.
How the fuck do you know that?
You learn
There are
many
layers
things
to
in
that.
Cherished life. Well, I suppose we can go and look around it somewhere, wouldn't we, Hibiki? There's plenty of here to do.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't look good if, they found a busted up cabinet in the room that nobody goes into.
You then remember, you didn't hear what you just said?
I'll just break the lock.
Well, here I go.
I'm just saying, it's just funny that it's like, what if what if they find out that if they come into the room they haven't been in?
Yeah,
in 3
this
years?
is like a ghost's room. A ghost will feel sad. All right, let's break this bitch.
Do you want to break it?
I mean, I'm being told to break it. Hibiki hasn't said no. Let's go break it.
You can decide your morals here if you wish to.
I experience no amount of free will. I'm gonna break it.
All right.
Roll
This is
me
probably a
for
bad
your
thing, but-
strength as you
Please
make your way
don't go
over
away.
toward the door.
I will toss just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
No.
Simple. If I fail, this is a skill issue, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Hit it. 17. 19.
You make your way toward the lock. As you do, you have a slight bit of hesitation about it because you're like, am I really gonna become a criminal today?
Oh
But
wait,
then
we
you-
already are technically criminals because we're gonna murder a guy.
Yeah, but then you hear the sobbing all around the room and you start to think, man, that person sure is sad. As soon as you grip at the door, you feel a sense of almost like a vibration as you look to the door, and you're decently sure whatever sobbing is behind the door.
All right.
You still break it.
I don't think I want to break this.
All right, then we'll just have to find the key.
I don't think you understand. It feels like whatever is having a very bad day is in here. I mean, I could break it. I sure hope they have no bones to speak of.
By break, I mean you're just gonna kind of pull the door open. Like, I don't think you're gonna smash it, right?
Okay, all right, I can just pull. Yeah, open it open. Whatever. Let him out.
I was making
right.
sure. I didn't realize you were just gonna bash it in. I thought you were just gonna try to pull the door open.
Okay, pull that bitch open.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Me neither. It's fine. I thought I was gonna murder them. I was like, I don't want to do that.
We are quite the duo.
You pull, and with the slightest bit of effort from your muscular physique, you feel the somewhat rotted wood of this crack and just seem to instantly give way. As you pull it open, I would say that almost anyone could break this, but you have the one person that probably couldn't in your party right now.
Even Ramu could. Even Ramu could.
Maybe
Maybe
would have just exploded into splinters with a lightning bolt.
Ramu jumps up and iron tails it open, or whatever they have. We don't know what
Don't
their,
even
we don't know
joke.
what their other we don't know what their other 3 moves are yet.
You could roll.
No, not yet. We have to wait till it becomes.
Yeah, it
needed.
has to. Yeah, it has to be learned.
As you pull it open, you find what appears to be, for a moment, an extremely loud sound. Almost like a screech for half a second. As it does, the door to the room slams shut. As it
Narrows
slams
eyes.
shut. Oh, you're not narrowing your eyes. I need both of you to roll me for your resistance, for your resilience.
Fun.
Oh
Let's
boy.
There's no
go,
narrowing
baby.
eyes here. There is resilience.
Okay, all right, Nico.
Yeah, that's up.
Do we have even the slightest bit of idea that something's happening?
What do you mean?
Because I would be willing to fail the roll to give advantage to Hibiki.
What, you want to
With the
clap? You
power
want
of
to
my-
clap your hands over his ears?
Yep, I want to clap them right over.
I would say that it would be happening fast enough that you would not have noticed.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Then I will simply just roll like a normal person would.
All right, I will put in
5.
one of my inspirations in. Ooh, +2, wow. And then I will roll my die. And whatever happens here, happens here. And it'll be really funny when you say, and then we cut to the other group.
Cool. So a 9 and a 2.
A screech
4.
echoes throughout the room. For a moment, the three of you... Actually, roll for Ramu.
Roll, come over.
Me? You?
Whoever.
Who?
Someone, roll.
I'll roll. Ramu gets a 14.
Ramu does not do this. The two of you will. As this screeching sound comes out, the two of you feel like your ears sort of ring so much that you almost feel like a popping sound happen in your heads. As everything for a moment gets really hot and goes black. As the two of you pass out.
Ramu unbothered.
As this happens, you don't know how much time passes. You're not sure exactly how long it had taken for you to get to this position. However, the two of you eventually get yourselves up. You have been moved, it seems, over into the corner.
Oh, how nice.
And as the two of you begin to blink open your eyes and look about, you still hear that ringing in your ear. However, you see Ramu on the bed, and you see what appears to be a ghostly apparition holding on to Ramu.
How are we?
Pure Ramu charisma.
So are we
They
saying
love
it
a
is,
fat lady.
like being held like struggling or held like comfy?
Comfy.
They would never hurt a beautiful Ramu Hibiki, you fool.
You see what appears to be this ghostly apparition holding on to Ramu. You see the depiction of a woman looking back at you. They appear to have placed onto themselves one of the dresses that was inside of the other part of the wardrobe, Hibiki. As you can see that slight little bit of magic seemingly coming off from the dress. As the two of you still on the ground look over and see this ghostly apparition, this lady with these big like circle glasses, wearing their dress, petting on a Pikachu, looks over towards you. They appear to float up and out of the bed. They get right next to the two of you, placing Ramu down in front of the two of you. Looking at them, you also see what appears to be several spiders riding on them.
Oh my god, the spiders!
As they look to you, inside their arms where they were holding Ramu, you see several books, several pages, and some other things with them. You also see the loot seemingly strewn across their back. As they look to you all with a bit of a smile, they then float out through the wall. You hear a clank. You hear a clank as the wooden loot hits the wall, but then goes through it anyway.
Okay, Pog.
The spiders also go with them, as they seemed rather happy with you.
We did it.
As you do notice, before they completely disappear, you see another ghostly hand return in from the door and point over toward the wardrobe before disappearing once more.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Miss
They're
Spirit
so
Lady.
nice. I can't feel my ears.
Are
You
we
guys-
deaf, Diego?
You're not deaf.
Okay, cool.
It
You
just
think he
hurt.
will get up?
They didn't want to. They didn't want to deafen you. They didn't want to kill you.
It just hurts. It's fine, you know.
It just happened.
You got passed it out for a minute. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a little.
You see,
it's fine.
she had to put on her dress, you know?
As,
Me when
It would
two
be
men
very
come into my
embarrassing.
home.
as the two of you make your way over toward where the wardrobe is, you see what appears to be a small bottle inside that seems to have some scorch marks around it. Ramu points at it and then points at himself, or points at herself and then points at it and then points at herself. Like, I did that. That was me.
Good job, Ramu.
They
Pat's
seem to have
head.
destroyed a bottle that was inside of this thing. As you look at the around the bottle, you see that there are what appears to be if I can be sure of this, yada yada yada. You see what appears to be an unlit candle atop of what appears to be a silver sort of cup with a little finger notch in it. As you see this unlit candle, it appears to be rather pristine. You also see inside what appears to be rags, looking like they were added into the other side of the wardrobe area, as if they might have been what they were using before changing into a dress. The rags themselves are giving off a lot of magic.
Well, this is quite strange.
Ramu is just
I know
pointing at
what-
both of them, like, you get them.
Get him, get him.
All right. Well, I guess I grab the rags.
Okay. Zarel, do you want to grab the candle?
Yeah, I'll grab a candle.
Okay. As Zarel, you grab the little silver plated candle. Hibiki, you grab the magical rags. As you do, you guys find that the room itself no longer has that musky smell to it. You also find that there appears to be a pleasantness about that. The two of you get a nice little whiff of maybe some kind of perfume or some kind of a pleasant scent. As this pleasant scent fills your nostrils, I'm also going to give you guys one other thing.
Ooh,
A little kiss.
what I'm getting?
Little
Little
kiss.
kiss. Little kiss.
The two of you are going to get plus 10 shield.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah. Nice.
You guys now have your little silver shields. Yeah.
We're so silvered out.
I can't say I was expecting to be ghost busting today.
I mean, I never thought we'd perform on, what do they call it, an exorcism? But I think we make a pretty good group, you, me, and Ramu.
Yeah.
Ramu's
Yeah!
like, I did everything. It was me.
You're so right, Ram, when I get in my arms.
As the two of you plus Ramu will go to leave the area, I think we'll move ourselves over for the other group.
Hell yeah, blood time.
That was one of the little important rooms. That was a nice little important room. It's very good, very nice. Heart. Oop.
I like that Zarel would just completely avoid the Miss Muffet fight. They'd be like, I heard you hate spiders. I would never. Oh,
How
okay.
dare you?
I love all living things except that one. I'm kidding. I like you too.
Muna and Gilgamesh, you with Rosa and Fali would make your way down and out from the staircase into the first floor once again. As you guys do such a thing, do you want to make your way toward anything in particular? You guys know that there are two ways you guys can get to the second dragon's little shrine / mausoleum area. You guys can attempt to get there from where Rosa had apparently said there was some kind of a thing in here, but there is also the area outside, which is in this little area here. Where'd you guys like to go? Or if you guys want to go somewhere completely different.
Hell. What was that?
Said, or you guys can go somewhere completely different. Who fucking cares? Go somewhere.
Alright. As I mentioned in text, I'm not feeling too super well, but let's see how we go. Sorry.
Do either of you have any preference on where to go?
We're going
No.
to the blood altar sacrifice place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
let's start going.
So which of the
Will you
two
be
areas that I
alright?
just told you was where you want to go?
The blood
Was-
ritual area, this
Okay,
one,
so let me
right?
say it again.
Yeah.
There are two ways to get to where you guys want to go to. First off, there's no ritual thing. But there is, you guys know that there is the thing that Rosa had shown you, which is the area here, which shows the depiction of the second dragon that apparently has some kind of a way down underground toward where the mausoleum area thing is you guys were talking about. There's also the one that is outside if you go this way down into the area here where these stairs are. You guys can go to either one of them. Both of them, most likely from what you saw, lead to the same place. Which way would you guys like to go?
I was just thinking here anyway, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
select here.
One in the waiting room with the statue.
Okay. Let me get rid of the line. As you guys move yourselves back into where the room with all of the pleasantries and things of that nature were set out for you, you do find upon getting into there, there are a couple of people inside of the room. Bloop. As you see that there are people that seem to be cleaning up the table as well as checking on the fires and things of that nature in here. Whenever you enter, they give you guys bows and nods, looking as if they appear to be the help of the manor. They are busy cleaning.
Oh,
Also, this guy's really fucking tall. Holy shit! Calm down.
Thanks.
Calm down.
big
bud.
butler.
No.
Do you guys want to just make your way toward the door while they're still here? Or do you guys want to wait till they leave? Do you guys want to tell them to leave?
Yeah, I think I'll actually get them. Let's just tell them to leave.
Okay.
What's up, Will?
Rosa.
What is it?
It goes to whisper to them. Would it be rude for us to ask them to leave, or should we come back later?
I believe you could tell them to do whatever you wish if my brother has given you permission to.
All right then. Excuse me, fine people.
Yes, of course. What is it you need, guest?
We would like some time alone here, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. One moment. As he will place back the tray he was loading up. You see him look toward the half-eaten food, and he does place it onto as much of the plate that he had as possible before going off further beyond you. As he goes to make his way out, you see that the woman who was stoking the fire does the same thing. They appear to just take the large amount of kindling that they have with them, this almost basket full of kindling, as they take it with a bit of a grunt and walk out as well. Both of them getting completely out of your hair, each of them going in two separate directions as they go to the outside.
Impressively behaved.
It seems that he did give you permission to. I'm glad that he did, because I do not have permission.
Well,
Oh my god, dogs.
let's start going before that dog does a blood ritual sacrifice.
Of course, of course. You guys follow over toward the room that Rosa had shown you guys before. As you guys open it up and look into the main area. Why do you keep turning off music? You do see that upon stepping in, there is a sort of off in the corner of everything. You see the large statue of the second dragon. Though, looking at it here, it does not seem to have the same kind of look as the one you guys had seen in the church before. The one in the church seemed to depict them as a sort of kind of elven figure, this kind of with like, they had like scales along their arms. You saw that they had a sort of more regal approach to them. The one you see here seems to be cloaked, as well as they have their smile. You do see what appears to be an actual protruding slightly pair of teeth that are shown on their smile. You find that as you look to them as well, they have a much more modest pose to them. And as you do, you see that they appear to be showing a sort of pious stance with their arm out and about, as if they are showing praise for something.
Well, I suppose it looks nice, but where's the entrance?
We would have to take our way here, as she motions toward the carpet down below. This should take us down toward the mausoleum if you wish to go there.
Ah, trapdoor. All right.
She rolls it up slightly as she's doing so. You guys do see a large opening revealed beneath where this is. As you see them move the areas out of the way, she does note that to make sure that the carpet itself is not only pushed out underneath the table, but also that all of the petals that were along the carpet itself are picked up and like moved about as well.
Don't move them too frantically. We have to memorize at least the form it took.
Do we?
I assume that the rug was like this to see if anyone enters, which we clearly are.
Oh, no, that just happens every now and then. She looks to her hand as if to looking at a watch, but there is nothing. As she looks to it, around midday, a little bit after lunch, every now and then, petals appear from the hand of the statue.
What?
What?
This isn't a security measure?
No, it is a miracle. It is a vestige of magic left behind by the great fairy dragon.
Which deity do you belong to, statue? Going to examine the statue closely.
Again, you know what deity this is. This is the second dragon, one of the rulers of all of Cherished. They have noted themselves to people have called them the great fairy dragon. Other things you would note, again, because it's been like a month, is that a lot of people who had praised this person were a lot of vampiric types, such as vampires and things of that nature. You also note that whenever it had fallen out of favor to be praising this version of the second dragon, whenever people started connecting him with blood magic and ritualistic tendencies. Gilgamesh, what are you doing as close as you are to it?
I guess trying to examine the statue. Are there engravings, markings, some kind of magic font?
You don't see any writing along it. As I mentioned before, the hand seems outstretched as if showing praise for something. She said that every day around midday, the petals seem to fall from its hand, but other than that, you don't really see any kind of mechanism or anything that would show that for it.
Even in the palm of its hand?
Nope. You look at the palm of his hand, it appears to be just rough stone.
I guess.
You thought the fairy dragon and the second dragon were two separate things? No. So, all right, just so everybody is on the same page. The great fairy dragon, also known as, from what a lot of people call the second dragon, it was known as the great fairy dragon whenever people have been praising them as a deity, as somebody who had done a lot in the realm of Cherish. However, it was sort of not outlawed, but sort of frowned upon to start continuing to praise this version of the second dragon. This particular version of the second dragon, because of its connection with blood magic. That's when a new version of the second dragon was brought about, a more regal, a more kind of less vampiric, more draconic, more elven version of the second dragon.
They got a PR team.
They're the same deity, but they are two different depictions of the deity.
You know how like Zeus can be like the god of thunder and the god of the other thing and the other things like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That being said,
So these petals are real.
Yep. Bring your hands down towards some of the ones that didn't get caught up in the rolling of the carpet, and you do find that there are these very deep red petals that seem to have fallen about the area. They seem to be almost like the petals of maybe like a camellia flower, or like some kind of a very deep red flower.
It always produces these.
Every day, just a little bit after lunch, yes.
Are there significant meaning behind these red flowers to you people?
Not that I know of. I do try to collect as many as I can from time to time. If we leave them alone, eventually they disappear. I cannot collect as many as I wanted to, especially since I've been gone for quite a while, but I do have several jars of them.
And they don't disappear.
Nope, they only disappear if we leave them alone for so long, for too long.
Just like feels the petals in between his fingers. Just
they appear very, very fragile. Again, flower petals. They're very soft, very. Oh my god.
They're soft, very barky.
They're very barky today. Yes. But yeah, they just feel like they are, they're just little flower petals.
Does the statue in the church do the same thing?
I believe it is only this one that I've found that does it. I've seen other statues perform other miracles, but this is the only miracle this one has shown.
Why does it do that?
I don't know.
Are they also benign?
What was that?
Are they also benign?
Are all what so benign?
The other statues.
Again, I have seen some miracles be performed, but this is the only one that does this.
He kind of lets them fall. I would have one of those jars. It could be something special about them. Dragon magic is strange, no matter what world it seems to exist in. Unique. Something humans try to imitate poorly. So.
Well,
we'll have to find more of these.
If you would like, I can show you where my jars are at a later time.
Yes, this will happen. First, we must disrupt some runes.
Shall we make our way down?
Might as well. No point in turning back now.
Did you wish to bring any of these with you?
He'll put maybe he'll put some in his pocket actually instead of dropping.
I will take one petal.
I will say that the two of you have Petal then. As you guys make your way, put them inside of your specific places you wish to hide them. Who knows where that is? You guys see the
Who's back with all the
trapdoor.
other weird shit?
You guys see the trapdoor, and you guys follow Rosa down further into the underground of this place. Upon going further down in, you do find. Let me switch over to the. You find that whenever you step down into the area here, that there is a sort of, again, kind of dank smell to the place. Looking about, you see that there are very tight stone walls all about the area, though it does not seem as if the construction of this was anywhere near as recent as the area above. It appears that the house above was built long after these tunnels were made.
Mm-hmm.
But as you come down here and look about, you step out to see what appears to be another large statue. This one depicting the other version of the second dragon, the one you saw in the church. Though again, the statue itself appears to be rather old. It's not that one depiction of them is better or one depiction of them is how it's always been. Both of these seem almost as if they were just always two different depictions of this person. Whatever that means, who knows? But you do see the larger, more refined version of him standing here.
So, the other depiction. Does this one do weird magics too?
Oh, no, but there is a mechanism with this one.
Oh.
If you wish to make your way into the memoriam, you must shake his hand.
Its hands just outstretched.
Yep. Not like in a, shake it, not like in a completely obvious manner, but you do note that the hand is slightly out away from the chest, and it does seem to have a bit of a cupping to it, to show that that one could put their palm in his hands. It almost looks to an untrained eye, if you didn't have Rosa with you, that it should be holding something. But because Rosa is here, they're just telling you, no, you can shake his hand.
Won't you shake a pulse in his hand?
Would you be able to shake their hand, or is that against your
Shake.
dragon knees? Wait, no, dragon.
Do you
He
shake his
just
hand?
grabs the hand. He just grabs his hand, shakes it. God damn it.
As you shake the hand of the person in front of you, you find that the stone from behind you begins to shift. You look again at another statue just ahead of you. However, the stone that is surrounding it that would lead you off into the area seems to have gone. You can now slip your way past into the next room.
The word I was looking for was culture, and I hate that it was taking me that long to realize.
It's kind of shimmy around it.
What is the point of having it?
Oh, that is because you can shake this one's hand to get further in.
I'll shake this one. I'm wearing a glove after all.
You shake this one's hand. The door behind closes.
Did Zonde just land this crypt? Yeah.
Speaking of crypt, both Muna and Gilgamesh, I would like for the two of you to roll me for your instinct, please, upon stepping into this place.
Oh, I sure hope there are sentient spiders.
Why would you
Really
want that?
specific thing to ask for, but
And I hope they like Sorrel. What is it we're rolling?
Instinct.
Instinct. So 16, 17, 19.
Come on, Dice Tower. You can do it! 19 plus That is insight, not instinct. Okay, we don't have
It's insight.
instinct. Okay, so it's insight.
Yep.
That's 23
So
altogether for you.
23 altogether.
You guys, upon stepping into here, and after a moment, whenever the room seals itself on the other side, you, the both of you would recognize the scent or the feeling of necromancy throughout the room.
You smell that?
Do I smell it? I'm not a dragon. So
Again, you feel it. He smells it.
I don't smell it, but there's something here.
Necromancy.
Ooh. I wonder how that necromancy works.
Well, as effective as yours. Does this crypt have any curses laid upon it?
I do not believe so. This is where my parents and my grandparents and their parents have been buried.
Not a good sign to have necromancy in that case.
I can't help but feel that touching anything here would cause conflict.
Not just... That's less what I'm worried about.
Who said I'm worried about it?
To have necromancy in a place as important as this, why?
Demons desecrate so much. Why would this be any different?
Oh no, it's not. Well, yes, it's desecration, but that means that sorry, brain broke.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would just need a minute.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all good, bro.
Yeah, brain broke 101. Anyway.
So necromancy bad.
Right. To have necromancy in a royal room like this, especially when we know one of the people we're dealing with. This might not be good necromancy.
The concept of good and evil magic amuses me.
Well, not good. Evil is not always the opposite of good, but definitely disrespectful is the word I would use.
Well, I've been told that's how I usually am, so perhaps I would be wise to learn this kind of magic then.
Usually, I would not care so much, but considering the circumstance, I might need to have a look around. Keep an eye on my back, will you?
You certainly won't do it for yourself.
Thank you.
He just turns to Rosa. Did your family happen to be buried with anything of value?
I do not know.
What?
I'm gonna have her
Weapons.
roll something very quick.
Weapons, trinkets, enchanted items.
Just the arm of Anubis.
I'm gonna have her roll something real quick. Do-do-do-do.
Just this sword my grandfather fished out of the lake.
It's a nat one. No, I do not believe so. I believe if anything was buried here, then my brother or my great grandfather would probably have taken it by now.
Why would your great grandfather have taken it?
Because
Is he not buried?
it most likely would belong to him, would it not?
Well, he uses a corpse for trinkets.
Oh, quite a lot. He keeps all kinds of trinkets inside.
You?
Inside where?
Inside of the
Do
house.
you-
We didn't see any old people in this manor, did we?
Not yet, no.
You seem rather confused on some of our customs. Were there not many customs of death when a dragon were to fall?
That never happens. There's no such thing as something that could slay a dragon.
I can't tell if that's enviable or if that's tragic.
He says it with complete, he says it with complete honesty.
The worst part's that he believes
believes.
it.
But either way, you'll have to excuse us mortals for having weird rituals. Fearing death is something we've had for ages.
You think you get over it by now?
Some of us have. That's why there's people like me that are able to look at death and bring it the respect it deserves. Now, I'm going to have to be careful here. If there are any objects in here, of course I'm not going to take it or anything like that, but I do need to examine the kind of necromancy I feel around here. Because depending on the necromancy, then it may change how I feel about all this. So Muna's going to examine death stuff.
Gonna do some death examining.
Yeah.
You other questions just popped in my head, but let's wait to see if Muna's procs a fucking undead battle.
Hello, I am a lich and I have 20,000 attack points. Damn it.
Those don't have value in this world.
As you are looking around here, is there anything in particular you're wanting to look for?
Pretty much seeing if there's been any defiling of the dead or if they're using like the dead bodies of the royalty in any way or...
The both of you roll me for your insight once more.
Oh, okay. Let's
See if you notice anything out of the ordinary in this room.
Let's fucking go. Let's roll this first.
13 altogether, unfortunately.
I didn't do nothing. All right.
What'd you get?
4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm too consumed by the idea that the question of what good does a corpse need with items said lots of uses.
With a 13, you make your way through, and for a long time, you can't really find anything of note magically throughout this place that is giving anything off. The entire area feels like it reeks of necromancy in some way, but not like a ritual, not like something that was performed on the things here. However, after about, we'll say 15 to 20 minutes of you guys searching throughout this place or like just kind of sniffing about, Muna, you notice something odd.
What is odd?
Well, all of the heckin' God, what are these called?
Sarcophagi?
All the sarcophagi in this place seem to be mostly covered in webs and dust, except for this first one. It seems to be relatively clean.
It seems we probably found our culprit or a happy coincidence. Now, I have to be careful here. Rosa, I'm not going to do anything disrespectful. I promise you.
Oh, that's probably good, yes. What are you wanting to do?
Unfortunately, I feel we have to open this.
Oh!
Which shouldn't be too hard since it seems to have been opened already.
Yes.
Why are you so calm about that?
Because you're correct, it has. This one gets open quite a lot, actually.
Oh.
He just looks at Muna, looks to Rosa, and then looks to the coffin. Just
How about you explain instead of me defiling death?
Oh, you would not be defiling anything, I do not think. She sort of like, again, looks to her hand as if there's some kind of a watch or something there, but there isn't. I do not know if he is awake, though.
He just like looks at his wrist like, what is she doing?
Rosa?
Hmm?
What are you looking at?
My wrist.
Why?
Why?
Oh,
Wrist?
I used to have this lovely thing called a watch.
A watch?
Hey, it told me what time it was.
A sundial on your wrist.
Only it did not require the use of any shadows.
Strange magics, that. Interesting.
But yes, it should be around. We came here around midday, so it should be several hours yet before we should open this. Though I don't suppose there'd be any reason why we could not.
You mentioned earlier about someone that's been out and about, correct?
Your great-grandfather?
Yes, this is his sarcophagus. That one's my great-grandmother's. She points to the one behind you.
How lovely. He's not dead, is he?
Long have you been resurrecting your great-grandfather?
I have not been doing such a thing. He does not need any help for that.
Wait a fucking second.
You're telling me what dealing
Wait a
with
fucking...
dead?
Wait a fucking second.
What's up, man?
We're not dealing with a vampire, are we, Rosa?
Oh,
That's what I think.
I do not think so, though.
He almost looks like he just realized something like
doesn't-
tremendous and just looks at the box again.
He does seem extremely young for his age, however.
I swear to...
I somehow can find some way to blame Zonde for this. I know I can. And he corrupt the multiverse with his experiments.
As before, Muna was like respectful and all that with everything here. After this news, she just opens up the crypt. Wake up!
You make your way to the crypt. It is made of stone. There's this stone stuff about. Go ahead
It's a
and
slab of stone.
Go ahead and give me a strength roll with your -3.
Not that I normally care about what you
My
do to
head.
kill yourself, Muna, but are you sure this is a wise decision?
That is a 1.
You're cock!
Would you like me to
Sorry,
see if
that-
he's awake?
Sorry, that was rather rash of me. The undead give me annoyances.
Would you like me to see if he is awake?
Sure.
She walks over toward the side of the crypt. She reaches into an indentation in the side where you see just what appears to be like a little candelabra that isn't lit at the moment, but it is there. As she takes it, she looks it over before taking it over toward the sarcophagus and starting to bang on it. Hello!
Well, I did the same thing just once and hurt my
Dong,
hand.
dong, dong, dong. He did not respond. Dong,
Maybe
dong, dong,
he's
dong, dong,
already
dong,
out.
dong, dong, dong.
Stop hitting the coffin.
She puts the candle back.
Yes, so why do you have an undead great-grandfather roaming around?
Well, he
Because our
doesn't really-
family was a...
He doesn't really roam
Mhm.
around. In fact, usually he doesn't let anyone see him.
Is that why this place is secret?
Well, one of them. Mostly it seems that he
One.
just doesn't wish to have anyone know that he's around. So he doesn't show himself in front of any of the servants or my brother or anything.
Even your
I
brother
guess-
doesn't know.
I
I guess
have
when you
only
look-
I have only talked to him because I showed up here one day and I stayed behind watching after the statues, and he did not seem to notice, and he came out.
People need to learn not to try and escape Cherim. It only gets worse.
So the rumors of such creatures worshipping the fairy dragon were true.
I do not know much about it. I only learned a lot of things from whenever we were speaking before, though. I guess it would make sense if that was the case. I've never much asked him about religion.
So wait, you're forbidden from coming here, but your brother doesn't know what's here?
I am forbidden from making my way into the area in the basement, not here. This is the mausoleum. This is not the
Oh. So
basement.
Either way, dealing with undeath, that's not something I expected and wish I was more enthusiastic about.
If you wish to talk to him, I'm sure that Gilgamesh could get this off.
That implies I wish to speak to this creature.
No, if they didn't awaken from your laptop tapping, then there's no real point to waking them up now other than awakening their wrath and all that. They get really grouchy about that kind of thing.
I haven't been here for several days, so perhaps he is out to go and search for that thing he keeps searching for.
What's he searching for?
He keeps mentioning something about a vial or a jar of sorts.
Jar? For what reason does he search for this?
He says something of the fact of he cannot fully rest until he knows where it's at.
Is it so? Did he mention why it's significant to him?
Oh, yes, if he can't find it and something happens to it, he will die.
A phylactery.
That seems like a big enough word.
He looks so fucking upset again.
Like both Gilgamesh and Moon are making the same expression.
You guys are
Brother,
decently
Mike's-
sure that at that point you're not talking about a vampire or anything of that nature. You're talking about something completely different.
My brother experimented with all kinds of creatures. I know what this is now. He's not a vampire.
Oh, again, I did not really speak to him about much things.
So there's a lich just sleeping here.
I would have preferred the vampire.
I don't care either way.
Do you think
He's gonna pull. I think Gilgamesh is about to pull the lid off now.
Would you like to try?
I think he wants to open the box.
Gilgamesh, with your +4 in strength, I don't think I need to have you roll for this. You make your way over to it.
Was it 4?
I gave you all of the things I saw on the things, and it should be 4.
Okay, cool.
As you go to make to take it off of the top of this, you find that it is hard but not impossible, especially for you. You just take a little bit of extra time to lift it. Upon doing such, you do see inside what appears to be the form of a person laying inside of it. However, you do find that both you and Muna see that there is some kind of magic about this person. As you look to them, the closer you look, it almost appears that more and more of their visage eludes your thoughts and eludes your sight. As you look to this person, they seem to both exist and not exist at the same time. Looking at them, they almost appear to be completely coated in shadow. As...
yes, Schrodinger's bullshit.
Oh, god damn it.
You see what appears to be a person laying inside. As this person seems to lift themselves up from their confines, they look about with a, from what you can tell just from the silhouettes of their face and how things kind of go around, with a sort of sleepy, like air about them. As he sits up, is it nighttime already?
Is it actually nighttime?
Nope.
No.
No, we're just some curious people that ended up finding out about you.
Oh. It appears my granddaughter brought friends. These are my friends. They're helping me with my family and all of the things that I have told you about. Right. Could you turn off that light, please?
Is there a light source in here?
There is not. However, he seems to be motioning towards your beard.
Philly, can you dim yourself?
As you say that, he goes, "Oh, a fairy. Makes sense. Don't worry
Never
about
mind. Disregard my question.
Do not worry about it. I understand now. Good morning. What can I do for you, unless you plan on trying to kill me? At which point I would recommend not."
Well, from what we've heard, neither of us know where your killing source is.
Killing source?
Phylactery.
You've told them of that as well, have you, granddaughter? I see.
At first we thought you were a vampire.
A vampire? No. Though, I suppose, when I was alive I wasn't far off, but no.
So you've been doing this undead dance around since that long ago?
Let us begin with introductions. My name is Dolan.
Dolan.
I am Muna, servant of Hades.
Gilgamesh.
Well, Muna, Gilgamesh, and my granddaughter, what is it that you need from me?
And hoping for answers down here, yet we've seemed to have found more questions.
How much do you know about some of the politics going on?
Politics, nothing of the sort.
No,
I do not have an interest. I do not have an interest in anything going on in my family life. I have far off and away given myself to this place so that the generations can continue forward.
The current generation is seemingly... What's the word to use? Violent, infuriating.
Ah, yes, you speak of my adoptive great-grandson.
I am going to break him.
I do not have any familial or bloodly ties to him. It does not matter to me what you plan to do. That being said, if you are planning on destroying this house, I will have some sort of, well, talk on that. This place was, well, at least the foundations of it and the underground areas was something that was created by my wife. So if you do try to destroy it, I might have to try to fight you.
The destruction of your... Go on, you say, Muna.
And don't worry, at least when it comes to areas like these. This is a sanctuary to someone like myself.
And I simply have no interest in destroying this place, merely the person residing in it.
Then I believe we are fine then. My wife was an off-worlder that had a lot of, well, a lot of love for creation and masonry. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of memories in each stone in this place.
Memories in stone.
But as long as you do not wish to harm that stone, then I do not care what you do with the areas above the grass. All of that has been added after our time.
It's interesting to me that they use rituals of blood and such, but it seems the foundation of this place has more than they could imagine.
Rituals of blood were not that uncommon from my time. Blood is a decent substitute for magical energies and whatnot, as I'm sure someone of your talents would understand. That being said, those who overdo it have been known to reside in these halls and outside of them.
You've noticed.
May I ask you something?
You can do so.
You can probably see I'm quite antagonistic towards you, but perhaps I'm being too rash.
No, you have the correct idea. There is not many times that one would find themselves standing before a lich and not have combat on their mind. I will say that there is not any reason to worry at the moment, especially if you are friends with my family. That being said, as long as you do not have any hang-ups about me, I will not have any hang-ups about any of you.
It's not about the competitive aspect. I just would like to know if this is you escaping death or if this is more than what it seems on the surface.
Ah, well, see, this is a mistake. A cruel prank that was, unfolding into a several lifelong grudge.
I'm sorry, Frank. You're going to have to use more layman's terms for someone of my age.
Sorry. He motions once again to the sarcophagus across from him. Me and my wife were supposed to take on this ritual together. However, in the end, she had decided it was not for her. And before she was able to tell me as such, well, the ritual was already completed on my end. Afterwards, I asked why she had done such a thing, and she laughed in my face.
Sorry, that was rude.
Why would she have laughed?
Well, I asked her for several more years beyond before her time was made, but one thought of her was that she did not wish to find out that there was anything holding her or tethering her to any sort of place. However, she also thought back and said that I am, or at least I was, I'd like to think that I have changed somewhat, but I was far too antisocial for my own good. She said that perhaps in my next life I could show some kind of growth, and whenever I finally did die, I could show her all of the things she would like to have seen from someone who was more worldly. At the same time, I told her I could easily just destroy my that which tethered me to this world, but at that point she had already hidden it from me.
And now you seek to destroy it.
Yes, so that I can go back and argue with my wife. Wherever we end up.
It seems I was a bit rash to judge you. I apologize.
No,
You understand that when I see a situation like this, I do. The kind that I'm more antagonistic towards are much more selfish in nature.
Oh, believe me, this had all started as selfish ideas. We had both, or at least I had thought at the time, wanted to spend eternity together. And see everything that the world of Cherished could have to know, and her in particular, she had wished to be the first non-full dragon in charge of this place, though I guess that had waned away from her before the end. That being
dragon.
Yes, my wife had ties to, well, he motions over toward the statue of the second dragon. My wife had ties to royalty in this place. She was an off-worlder, but she was partially draconic in nature, and when she had made her way to this place, she was, well, brought into the fray of the cults and those who had worshipped the second dragon. The same blood that flows through him flowed through her by the end of it.
I guess when I said selfish, they brought up such an idea.
She was not obviously the second dragon's son or like daughter or anything, but it was, again, barely any difference. The same blood went through both of their veins in the end. She was just very compatible. As many off-worlders have note of themselves, their uniqueness sometimes brings them some kind of trouble when you find yourself near people who are jealous of that uniqueness.
The greed of mortal kind is endless.
If it were not for the sudden disappearance of those around her, then she would most likely have continued down whatever paths may have found them. I had learned that in my son's time, that most of the rest of that cult, and I guess our family, had found themselves at an end, and that is why all of the riches of that place came to emotions over toward Rosa. That being said, I will say that I have far left behind materialistic thoughts of family, and though I do know that there is a plight happening to my kind here, I have distanced myself as much as I can, especially of note that my granddaughter here is less than all there. I cannot find much in my long life that I hold any longer. That is not to say that I do not feel for your plights, but it is really none of my business what mortals do any longer.
That is very good, to be honest.
The mentality of a creature I can finally sympathize with.
I'm glad you're getting along.
You see, for someone like myself, when I hear of a lich or vampire, I worry about not so much the individual escaping death, but who they bring with them. A vampire, for example, will force sudden death upon those that should have had a peaceful one. And there are liches that will have an army of those that wish to rest in peace, but would not be given that opportunity for this greed of power.
You are an off-worlder, are you not?
No, was it hard to tell? Was it my scarf?
It is not any of what you wear or any of what you feel, it is more what you say. In this world, vampires, or any of those that are related to them are still very much a thought of darkness. Some people find that they cannot fully trust them, especially those from worlds that they find them. But there is less of a need of them to spread their curse in this world. First of all, their curse is very much lessened in this place. You may have found it yourself, but the world that you now inhabit is very different than others. Some may even find vampires able to stand beneath the sun. That being said, it is very limiting in others, especially magical ways. To spread one's curse here is just to make someone else stronger. They do not do so lightly, and they do not do so with any understanding of gaining much from it. That being said, it is decently easy to obtain blood or sustenance. There are many of those who can find themselves like that. The stigmata of drinking it is lesser whenever you find that upon different worlds you see bestial, demonic, vampiric, or ghoulish individuals from all over who would need it. Some even find themselves disillusioned with what they once thought they were. I've met plenty of people out there who are still crazed with their curse, crazed with their thoughts of what they should be. Some who even keep that little twinge to their voice that is oh so common, oddly. It's very strange. But I also have found that most of them just sort of enjoy the feeling of the sun on their skin once again. A lot of them just sort of fall back into society from where they have long since been ostracized.
Pleasant feeling, to be sure. I'm glad
This
they could have
world,
that.
this world is very different than many you have been onto, and I would assume that the two of you, since I can feel grand amounts of magic from you, rivaling even that of my family, if not far beyond, I would bring my advice to you to say that trying to bring logic from your own worlds, while it may work, it is very much, in my opinion, more easy to try to see things from how they would grow in this world. You will find that even a ghoul or a zombie or whatever it is you wish to call them from your worlds, even they have a place. That being said, before I give you any sort of disillusionment that everything is all well and good, be watchful for those you find on the premises here. There are a lot of them that I would consider a new curse of them. Some who walk the area above, atop the grass, and throughout the corridors. They are without will.
That's what we were afraid of. Are there signs of this lack of will? And is there any way for us to bring their will back to them?
It is difficult to say bring their will back to them. Most of them, I believe, as I said before, are a part of a stream of new curse. When I say that, I mean these ghouls, or these people, were nothing before, but now they are.
Nothing.
They were born from this darkness, from this curse. They were not made from something else. They were formed from darkness, from death itself.
The darkness that encroaches the world.
You have felt it?
We have fought it. And won.
Interesting. I had attempted to be gnawed upon by a couple of them. They were cute.
In a disgusting bug demon sort of way.
You say from death, darkness.
They're heartless.
This new curse is difficult. If you are able to remove them from their curse, I do not know what they will become. Will they become husks? Will they become ghouls? Will they attain some kind of freedom that is attributed to others who come to this world? I do not know. But one thing I can tell you is they are strong. And they are only getting more plentiful the more we talk.
Where are they coming from?
I cannot say. Most likely deep within the undergrounds and the caverns of this place.
Sounds as if
It's where they're
they
keeping
are
the grid.
no undead, yet they are no demon. Otherwise, you probably would describe them as such.
We can dissect them when we destroy them.
We can only destroy so many.
You may
So
do
many will
whatever
not
it
be
is. You may do whatever it is you wish with them. He goes to put his legs over the sarcophagus and stand up. Ugh. It is rather early, but I do think that I could begin my search. Ugh.
Hmm.
Oh, if you have been the ones who have done some fighting with these things, could I assume then that you are Keyblade wielders?
Not as of yet, but we know them.
Ah,
We know one, and apparently Keyblades choose their wielders,
they
which
do.
makes me. It is baffling why one has not arrived to me yet.
Well, you cannot just assume that the Keyblade will do all of the work. Your
I don't need it
name
to do-
again was Gilgamesh, right?
Yes.
If you truly wish to find something of that, then I do have information for you.
Do you know?
I have searched the darkest corners of this world trying to find that which my wife has, oh so playfully hidden from me. That being said, there are many different alcoves and different items of interest throughout. I did find something akin to a similar feel to a Keyblade before. I can only assume that it was similar. It was something that I felt could potentially kill me even without my phylactery.
And yet you still stand here.
Well, I wasn't very well going to use it on myself. Also, as you mentioned, they choose the person. I apparently was not chosen. I found a small... how do I... chain? A small chain and trinket adorning it of sort?
He holds out his keychain.
Yes, very similar to that. I believe that it had adorned a Keyblade in the past, or at the very least it was something connected to something of that sort. It was a golden color, but it seemed to exude darkness.
Where did you find this?
I believe that it was in the deepest reaches of the city. This was 50 or so years ago. They were building something there. I believe a prison of which.
50 years is not a very long time, so it couldn't have been buried that deep.
It was 50 something. I don't know entirely. But I believe they were wishing to build a prison of which around the cave which I found it. If you were to find it, it would be most likely in the deepest reaches unless someone has taken it already. Though I cannot see that thing being chosen to just anyone.
And it is fortunate then that I am not just anyone.
If you wish to look
Darkness
into
unknown.
it, then I believe that the two of you have quite an interesting amount of dark magic about you. It may find you interesting. I will look into this Hades as well. He seems familiar. Is there any
No,
other
I'm
names
glad-
that they may go under?
I mean, if you want to go for the reverse G Isney, then it's the devil.
The
The
devil.
The reverse G
G.
is me
Hey guys, it's me, the devil.
from the Bible.
You
I
know,
would
the
say
Bible.
if you can
those that
think of
misunderstand them. There's also Pluto. Pluto's a better one.
Pluto. I think I have heard of that name before.
Mhm.
I would say that
Pluto.
if you were to ask about for this Hades of yours, to keep in mind any aliases they may have. Pluto, yes, I'm gonna roll for him real quick.
It better not be a fucking dog again.
That damn reverse G is me.
Unfortunately, I can't seem to place it very well, but I could see that perhaps you could ask about for that name. If I've recognized it, someone else might be able to.
I suppose I could.
I'll keep my eyes out.
I suppose for that information, though it may lead to a dead end, we did encounter a place that may have treasures, and one of those treasures may be one of the hidden artifact. Above the dining area seems to be something that holds treasures of sorts.
It is not anywhere near this location. I doubt that my wife could have hidden it in a building that was not yet built.
True. Sorry, time for.
It's no problem at all. If there's any other places you could think that any sort of mythical items or any sort of maybe understanding or knowledge of them may be kept away, then that would be helpful.
Well, maybe not the items, but a place of knowledge we know of is our local library.
Are you averse to powers of pure light? There's a lighthouse, a library, a beacon, a shield of pure light that drives the darkness back. This is our current abode.
Lighthouse, beacon. Oh, that finally came full circle. Interesting.
Yes, the one with the prophecy.
Oh, sir, what do you mean, full circle?
Oh, people have always been speaking of some kind of a prophecy the entire time about a light that would push back darkness and that would open at the end of the world. That's finally happened.
How old did you say you were again?
Hundreds.
Hmm.
I assumed as much.
I don't know the exact number. It's less than 300, more than 2. Probably somewhere around there. I don't know.
Oh, I would have thought you only a century.
Oh, you flatterer.
But the graves not have the date, like.
You look at it, it doesn't seem to have much of anything on it now.
Age notwithstanding. Interesting.
Well, I can go and see if I can look at this lighthouse. I don't think that any light magic should be able to kill me, at least that isn't actively trying to. I'll look into it. If I am to see you there, then I'll talk to you.
I should warn you, and if they find you antagonistic in any way, with this whole thing, they have this device known as a gun.
It's a strange tool.
I doubt
But
that would be something that I would be too worried over, but I will keep it in mind.
It is. Think of a crossbow, but smaller, faster, and more
I've
devastating.
seen
Am I the only one that didn't know what a gun was?
Well, don't exist in my world, yet I'm still unimpressed.
They've existed here for quite a while.
So about all this, there's but one last question I have to ask you.
Go ahead. Anything I can do?
You stated that your partner's last want was for you to be more worldly.
Yes, which is why I'm decently sure she hid this artifact, my phylactery, in the farthest reaches of this world.
To my understanding of human vocabulary, antisocial is one that does not wish to engage with other living things.
You're saying?
Perhaps she wished you to be worldly in that metaphorical sense that humans love to use of being sociable with other creatures.
Don't say that.
It does not bring me pleasure to think of having to do that myself.
You see him like pulling down his hood behind like the shadows that cover him, like, oh, please, no.
You wouldn't think they would be the type of person to put them in a forum or coliseum or, oh,
I
no.
would be more at ease at a coliseum. Death reigns there.
Or stage, oh.
Or a
I
museum.
merely bring up what I believe a simple logical fact. If she wanted you to be worldly, and she disdained antisocial beings, as you stated she did, it would make logical sense that to be sociable would be the optimal choice.
Oh, Rose, if I didn't love you so much, I would hate you.
Out of character. Oh no, I know where she put it. Chucking cheese.
Chucking cream and
You sound like the world's least sociable wife guy. I love it.
That's great.
I
He likes his
am,
wife and no one else.
I am going to have to think on that. I hope that you are able to gain whatever it is you need from this place, and again, try your best not to destroy everything. It is still my granddaughter's birthright. So,
And I hope that wherever your journey takes you, it's 5 or less people.
one could hope it's 3 or less.
Hmm.
He starts to walk
y'all
off.
are sociable than me.
He starts to make his way toward the stairs. Is there anything else you guys would like to ask him before he goes?
Do you have any sentient spiders?
No, I believe those are upstairs.
Damn it! I wanted sentient spiders. This sucks. I hope Sorrel brought some for me to talk to.
I got bad news.
No,
I mean, I got good news and I got bad news.
no.
That was rather interesting. I've never seen grandfather actually speak to someone as much as that.
I've never spoken to a lich for more than 5 minutes.
I've never spoken to one that spoke back.
Oh, I spoke with one that spoke back, and I clapped back, so to speak.
I'm sure that means something.
I broke them.
That's not speaking.
Thus, the clapping motion, like clap back, you know?
Sentient
Turns to
spiders.
Rosa. Just turns to Rosa.
Sentient spiders. I guess he is most likely speaking of Yanta's room.
Beyond
Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I thought. Wait.
I believe that it'd be best to call them my brother's third wife.
Hold on. Pause for a second. Did he mention talking spiders?
You asked, and he answered.
Oh, that was a meme. I would know about talking spiders.
I like the idea that you Mr. Magoo your way into the conversation.
You just rolled your eyes as you said it. It's like, whatever.
Your brother's.
What do you do with this information, Will? You continue to investigate one.
So, your brother's third wife was a sentient spider.
Oh, no. She just spoke a lot with the spiders of the area. She was a ghost.
No ghost.
Or I guess
That's
I
wild.
suppose it wouldn't be ghost, more of a banshee of sorts.
Oh, banshees. Ooh.
I haven't seen
How
her in
did he
quite a while, though.
Did you just have a banshee living? How did he perform the blood ritual on her?
I do not know.
Did he perform the ritual?
I do not know.
Unless banshees in your world are corporeal creatures.
We can get her dresses.
She can be real pretty.
She was always speaking of missing her heart. Her heart always being somewhere far off to the west.
Far to the... Oh, I just smacked my own fucking face. Oh, I think I know where it is. Far to the west, huh? Like perhaps a few... Wait, how many miles away is this? Like 100 or something? How far away this fucking coastal town is?
Over here toward a coastal town that has weird bullshit happening around it. You know, what are you talking about? I know what you're talking about.
Perhaps as far west as a village that is recently suffering from some strange affliction.
Mm. I never went.
Clearly.
Well, none of us could really. I mean, they weren't really able to leave during the time, so. And again, she's been gone for quite a long time. I do not even know what happened to her.
Bring me to this banshee's room. Does a banshee even need?
Oh, of course. Follow me.
How I hope this banshee is all right. Banshees usually have the worst stories. So.
Shakes hand, goes around.
Have I mentioned that your home is a nightmare house of strange things?
You guys would be traveling for a little bit of time. Upon traveling for this little bit of time, you would find that she would be leading you guys up to the 3rd floor. Around this time, since our friends took a bit of a tumble and had passed out for an indeterminate amount of time,
a very sick and nice nap.
You find as you turn the corner to go over into this place, there's a couple of people making their way out from said door.
He's just holding rags. He's just looking at them confused.
Yeah, and a candle and a ramu.
Oh, there they are. That door there.
Hi, but it's
Oh, hey.
friends.
He's free to ghost.
We free to go.
and her pet spiders, apparently. They're very nice spiders, by the way. Very amicable.
What an interesting coincidence. We are free to lich.
Oh, I knew someone that had.
And his pet
You
spiders?
You did not have spiders, man.
I don't
What do you
know,
mean
it feels
you free
like it
to
was the
lich?
worst guy.
Oh yes, they spoke with my grandfather.
Oh, hibiki. Oh, you don't understand. This is an antisocial lich. They are not using their undead powers to curse others.
Are they working with your quote-unquote brother?
No.
No, I don't.
They keep saying they
We
have no
kind
care
of-
for anything happening with mortals.
We implied that we were going to, Needless to say, he didn't care.
You had said you had freed a ghost?
Yeah.
Was it a banshee?
There was a book
I mean,
that
we
was.
read a book on it, yeah.
We had found a book that was pretty well worn.
Oh my! You mean Yanta was in there the whole time?
Yeah.
In like inside of a little door.
I think it was like a bottle or something.
Me and Suzuru were always told not to make our way back into there.
The spiders drew like a picture of a key, but we decided not to find the key. So Zerl just opened the locked
I am
cabinet
very strong.
and we found later, but we kind of passed out from it. It was weird.
And that was most likely Yanta. Yanta was my brother's 3rd wife.
Oh, Yamcha. I've been hearing Yamcha and got so.
Okay, so he married a ghost, is what I'm hearing.
It was very contentious because she was always talking as if she had already been married before.
Oh, mortality and death do not mix well together. No.
So I just have to ask:
Yo, what's up?
Are
Yeah.
are the rest of the wives like normal people, or are they like other like?
Yes, they're all normal.
Is there like,
Are they all?
Maybe we shouldn't be asking her.
Are the rest of them human?
he just points this door and just bluntly asks, "Is there a lycanthrope in there?
I do not believe so.
Is there some other were creature somewhere in this abode?"
Were creature? I do not think so. I do not know where any were creature would be.
Why do I talk to
Where
you?
where creature be?
Why do I bother?
Is there a particular reason it's locked?
Oh, that door there?
Yeah.
I do not know. I'm not allowed inside.
Open.
It's locked.
Do you trust until
Oh
you
yeah, we
break
couldn't really open it either.
I mean, it really just depends on if you care.
Is that a question you're actually asking me right now?
I am asking you, yes. Do you care that it's locked?
No.
Roll me strength.
Do it. Do it with the one inspo I gave you.
Gilgamesh is, look at that, I have the key.
Boing.
Look, I had a keyblade the whole time.
Should point it.
Get that one
Okay.
back. You have a +1. Go ahead and roll that die.
+1 and two
And you have two
rolls on my
rolls.
4. So rolling a +5.
Has a 16
That's a
altogether.
16. But could it be a 20?
Gilgamesh is like, looks like I had a
Roll
keyblade
one
the
more
whole time. Shows their fingernails. This would be a lot funnier if I had my talons.
I missed my claws.
Ooh.
17, 22.
So with the 22, you grab the door and you turn the knob. You feel it like stick because it's like, it's locked. And then you keep turning it until there's a breaking noise.
See, I was not asking you.
As
Why do you need a keyblade again?
He looks at you for a solid few seconds and then walks into the doorway.
you find what appears to be a bedroom.
Hello? Are there any incorporeal creatures in here?
Don't call them incorporeal creatures.
As
Never
you-
answered.
Anyone that would like to rest once more from this mortal realm.
As you look in, you find that the two beds that are here seem to be somewhat okay. They seem to be somewhat lived in, at least for a little while. You do find that as you look toward both of them, they appear as if they have been not remade since their last use. The room itself is still warm. You can actually see that there is a bit of steam coming from a candle, showing that it probably was only vacated this morning. However, as you go closer in, Gilgamesh, you immediately get a smell of blood in the room.
You see him like he's like the hairs and like the hairs like stand up a little on end. He just starts to start looking around.
It is not hard. You guys follow Gilgamesh into the room. As Gilgamesh, you make your way over toward one of the beds, and you note that as soon as you look at the blankets themselves, there is the sign as if there has been a stabbing. As you look at the covers themselves, as you look at the sheets, there is a single slit in the blankets, and what seems to be blood underneath.
He just pulls it back to reveal the blood.
This was recent, wasn't it? Looking at the candle you were saying, right?
Check the other one.
You make your way over toward the other one. As you look at it, you do see that there is not a similar thing there. It appears to just be a regular bed. Looking at it and underneath the blankets themselves, you find that there appears to be as if somebody had lived in this place. However, as you look underneath the pillow of said other bed here, you find that there is a note underneath. However, the note looks as if it has been slightly burnt, as if by a candle.
Muna's going to look out of the hallway and then kind of run over to this room here.
Okay.
All right.
Is this still Rose's room?
No, you're on the 3rd floor.
Well, yeah, it's not the
Third
same.
floor.
There's a different
Okay,
floor
I was
together.
confused because Suzuru was here.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
still
yeah.
on the balcony.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can see
we
the
would see
balcony
that.
from here.
1 floor down.
So Muna does see Suzuru.
No. There's no window there.
It's
The
a
reason
solid
the
wall.
reason you can see it, Will, is because the balcony's still right there. I'll move her off.
Yeah, this. There we go.
Okay.
No more
that-
Z-level
that's
confusion.
what confused me. I thought we were
Okay.
on
Yeah.
You were gonna run into Rose's room. Okay.
As you again look at this, there appears to be a note here. Upon looking at said note, it appears that it has been somewhat burnt, as if by a candle. As you look it over, Zarel, I know that this is the first time you have seen bloody fucking bed.
Yep.
They spilled ketchup on the bed.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
Why do you ask me these questions, man?
Because they're very funny.
Because I need to know how our good boy is reacting to it.
I mean, we just freed a ghost, apparently. I don't know how to free blood.
What I'm doing instead of going to the room, by the way, is Muna's just gonna be at the hall, not like leave, but she's going to listen for any movement, like
Definitely.
hearing if anyone's retreated or something. But I think it was long enough that they're probably gone by now.
So the note was slightly burnt. So I mean, it was completely illegible.
Looking at it, it looks as if it is noted toward the residents of the room. It says residents, as if it is a
Kind of
note
impersonal.
toward both of them, because both of them would be staying here. As you look it over, unfortunately, nothing of the actual note seems to be legible. They seem to have burned away most everything with it and sort of shoved the rest underneath their bed as much as they could. That being said, Zarel,
Yeah.
with your amazing insight, I would like you to roll me for your thing there.
Here I
You
go.
and Jarrell.
Why are you making Zarel do this?
Because they're
This
the
is
ones at the
cruel.
other bed.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Zarel.
Like, why didn't they eat their ketchup in the kitchen?
Like an 8. 7, maybe.
You would note, Zarel, as you're trying to look about anything else around here, because you're like, this is weird. You do find a similar letter. Seems to be stowed at the base of this bed, as if it was placed here for the person who is sitting in the bed.
Well, there's this letter here. If we're looking for compatible letters. Let's look at the letter. Is there anything on it? Is it?
This one does not seem to have been opened, mostly because the person here probably didn't have time.
That's kind of busy. It looks like.
As you look to it, as you bring it open, you check it out. It seems to be addressed to both of the residents of the room, similar as the other one.
Yeah.
Reading through the contents of it, you hear or you see that whoever is reading this, the other will not awaken in the morning. Follow the demons 1, 2, 3, and return down to me.
I hate riddles.
Yeah, it seems like some sort of a riddle. Something about demons. 3 of them. Demons. I mean, we had seen, I suppose, some demon statuettes around, right?
I was kind of hoping we'd stick with the undead. Much more comfortable.
I mean, would you prefer real demons?
Oh, I thought you were implying that we were dealing with real demons. Never mind.
I
Sorry.
thought they were statues. I hope they're not real.
That was Muna's.
This is like a month
voice.
ago, Will, so I will show you.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah,
Zarel is talking about this down here on the first floor. You guys had
Go on.
passed by in the library what appeared to have been a demon statue. Yeah.
Oh, demon statue. Wow.
Well, it certainly wasn't the first one we've seen either. No, I'm hard pressed to remember what the others are.
I only remember the one.
The other. Well, it appears that what the note had said had come to pass. The emotions of the bloody bed.
Would there have been? Who would have even been in here? Did all of the wives die beyond you, Artemis, and Suzu?
Oh, I have mentioned to it before, but all of the others I have not seen for quite a long time. It has just been me and Suzu and Artemis. Again, I have been here for most of them. They have came and gone, and well, in different ways, shapes, or form. But I did not even know that Yonto was still here.
Yonto.
That is the one who
Then-
had their room next to this one. She was lovely. She had always spoken quite a lot about different matters of love with me, as well as a lot of ideas for, well, keeping my own life going. She had mostly said that she did not wish me to waste my life without love.
It makes sense.
Ah, romantics.
She would
They mean
also
well.
she would also draw pictures for me of her first husband.
Some captain, right?
Oh yes, he was a captain of a ship. I do not know exactly what the ship was called, but she says that he returns every now and then.
That's good. We saw some of the depictions, but they already been stolen, essentially, like everything else.
I do not entirely know exactly when he returns or how he returns, but if we assume that he is like her, I assume it means that he returns somehow spiritually or ghostily or something.
Perhaps. I mean, she did just leave for the wall, so.
She took her spider, she took her banjo, she
I
left.
think it was a banjo. I think it was more a lute, maybe.
What's going on over with you, Anthony? You got some robot-y sounds coming from you.
He's cooking.
Okay.
Wait, don't take that
He's
seriously.
dead.
Seems Anthony is dead. They want us to go
We've
without
lost
him.
him.
It does sound like alien noise now that. Why are you saying aliens? Yeah.
I will
same.
mute them for now, and they can unmute when they come up and they come back.
Please come back one day. We miss you.
One day.
When you are back. Bah, there we go.
Heart
yes.
emoji.
But yes, as she mentions this, other than that, I do not know if the others. It would be rather difficult for me to accept that they're all here. I would feel. Would I feel?
Would you?
For the first time since you guys have seen Rosa, a look of somewhat worry goes across her face.
Oh my god, she's feeling something.
She's
Muna gives her a slight hug as she notices.
she is not sure if she would feel bad or not, and that makes her feel bad, maybe?
Oh, that'll do it. It's alright. I will come hug you, but my computer's freaking out. Give me a second. Where am I?
Now,
Here I am.
hold on to that feeling and understand that your brother did that to you.
All right, you're having a three-way hug now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now. And
Alright.
Ramo, yes, you're powerful. Your powers will help this for sure.
Alrighty.
Sure, why not? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good.
I think
Okay, so it looks like
While everybody-
it looks like
While everybody hugs, eventually I'm sure you guys make your way out from the death room.
I hope so.
Yeah. It is in fact a death room.
Rosa isn't really sure what she's thinking at the moment, so she's gonna hold on to a Pikachu and she's just gonna hang out for a second.
Yeah.
That's a Pikachu.
He keeps saying Pikachu. Hold on to a Dream Eater.
Thank you.
As she's doing this, you guys do know where one demon statue is. Potentially, if that's what this is talking about, you might be able to find some other ones in other places. Apparently, there would be 3 of them. Is there anything you guys would like to do to try to look around for them? Or do you guys want to just look around at the other rooms that are in this on this floor?
I mean, may as well look around here over here.
Yeah.
Wanna make-
At least that's my philosophy.
You want to make your way
What?
to the last room in this hall?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's
make
use
your way.
skill to mesh this Keyblade.
You make your way over to the last room here. You find that this room is not locked. Anthony's here. He's moving things.
Well,
Yeah,
Did you not unmute him?
Well, I told him to unmute whenever he was here.
No, you've muted him yourself.
I know
on your
I did.
end.
I
You
told him to
have-
unmute when he got here. Hello, Anthony. You back?
He's-
What?
Hey,
Yes.
We've been
hello.
hearing him. You haven't.
Oh.
You just you dropped them fucking volume on your end, you goddamn troglodyte.
Well, you were fucking making weird noises and getting in the way.
Was I? Because I was sitting silent.
Yeah, you were going
the
like.
time I
there were like
Interesting.
alien noises, and there was like
Ah,
they were
so
trying
I
to
think
tell
some.
you.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing.
We
so
thought
I
you
think
were-
there might be a problem with something else.
We thought you were abducted by aliens.
I
Phenomenal.
didn't think abducted. I think the aliens are just chilling and smoking weed at your place.
Either way,
I think they rescued you, more like it.
this room appears to not be locked.
Well, let's peek in.
Do you want to
Well,
just
can
peek in? Do
Gilgamesh
you want to do
break the
anything in
door
particular?
anyways?
Just kind of.
Just gonna lean in the door a little.
As you open said door, leaning in, looking in as much as you can. Do. You find,
Yo,
what
found
appears to be,
shoes.
you find what appears to be another bedroom. Looking inside, this one appears to be much nicer than the 2-person bedroom you found before. Looking in, nothing immediately jumps out to you as anything out of the ordinary in this place. There's nobody in the beds. The beds themselves appear to be mostly neat and taken care of.
Alright, this looks to be clear. I'm gonna open the door.
You step inside. As you
Whee!
step in and look about, it seems just to be a normal bedroom.
Yeah, this looks like a nice, normal room. It's got even a little tree of some floor.
Looks
A little-
under the
little
bed,
flora, a little
looks at the
bush.
sheets.
Little bush.
Opens this.
You open the cabinet off to the left of the room. As you do, you find inside what appears to be clothing. Looking at it, it looks as if the clothing is of somewhat middle class, as you can see it. It doesn't appear to be amazingly fancy, but it doesn't appear to be like servants' clothes.
We
Looks
didn't
like
ask
this is.
if it was fancy. We asked if it was cute.
It
I asked if
doesn't.
It was cute.
It doesn't look as if it is anything that is too unique either, but it is nice enough clothes. As you look at the small little footlocker off to the side of it as well, you do find that there is what appears to be just some shoes and other such things inside. Again, mostly just seemingly normal wear. Rosa looks up and looks around the area. This may be one of the many guest rooms we have. I wouldn't think that there's much in here, but I could be wrong. I'm apparently wrong about things sometimes.
It's very true. A lot of us are.
She's stuck in it now. She's stuck. We did it, guys. We got her to feel.
We got her to
Good
feel.
Aren't we
news,
all
everyone.
proud?
Horrible news. I'm
That's
so
I hate
proud.
you had to make her feel when she can't feel. That's really fucked up.
I do not know what it's like to be wrong, so
Do
you're
you,
on your own with that.
do you need to sit down, Rosa?
No, I believe I'll be fine.
Mm.
Are you positive?
looks-
Is there not anything you would prefer to do?
She looks around the room here. Again, this floor is mostly for guests. Sometimes, long ago, people had rooms here. This one in particular used to belong to one of my brother's wives, but I believe it was repurposed. At the moment, there are some servant quarters up here as well, but mostly it is just guest rooms, and my brother's room is here somewhere as well.
Is your brother's room the one with the big door at the front of the staircase?
Oh, no, that is a common area.
Mm. Okay.
How long do you think it will take them to prepare that lemonade? We've been around for a while.
Lemonade.
We told them to leave.
Oh. Well, I guess that solves the problem.
That definitely solves the problem as we continue snooping around their
Gilgamesh
building.
told them to leave earlier.
No, he didn't. I did.
Oh, it was Muna? Muna told them to leave earlier.
I see.
Well,
Do you want
they
me
say
to
there's
put
no time like the present, then.
You know what? How about I make you lemonade?
I mean, it's fine, Muna. You don't have to.
They were
make me-
mostly saying it because you guys asking for lemonade and then leaving is probably sus.
Mm-hmm. This is fine.
You guys want
It's
to check any
fine.
other places?
I have kept everything I need. I pulled cheese out of my pocket again.
Gilgamesh has no interest in stopping searching these places because clearly there's something horrible here.
Well, place yourself in front of the next place you want to check.
Choose a door. We've been there, right? Okay, good.
Ah. I should do that sometimes.
Here.
You know what? Go big or go home. Big doors, baby. I am a big boy now. I saw a ghost today.
Well, she did mention that this is mostly a common area. As you open it up,
There's more servants in there. Lee.
How many fucking food rooms does this
There we go.
man need?
Ah,
Have you seen him?
you see as
You
you open
only
it up,
got one mouth.
this appears to be somewhat of a underused an underused ballroom or some kind of a party room of sorts. However, you can tell that it seems to have some different kinds of stuff stacked up in the sides. You don't see any servants about at the moment. They mostly do not seem to be around. Off in the very end, you see a slightly ajar door leading out to a balcony. But there are many different rooms on either side of this place.
Well, let's get the cracking doors, baby.
If I'm to assume, are these the servant quarters?
I believe that some of these rooms, they most likely have set up some bedding and things in. I would like for each of you to stand in front of a door you want to open, and we'll see who opens what.
Okay.
Behind door number 1.
And Rosa will go sit and think.
And she's gonna have a
She's
mental
from-
breakdown.
she's
Please,
not
want a
used to
little bit
that.
of cheese. Please, Rosa, please, one cheese.
I want to
for
be
me.
different. I'll go to this one.
You nonconformist bitch.
Start with Zarel. Zarel, you open this door, which seems to lead into what appears to be a servant's room. Looking inside, it is rather nice. You find that the person who lives here is most likely probably one of the more likable servants, one of the more like maybe has like a lot more duties than some of the others. As you step in, you do find that there isn't a ton of fantastical things here. However, you do find one thing in particular that's pretty funny, because you in particular have seen this. As you go over toward the table here, you find an exact replica looking key that you had seen the spiders have made out.
Oh, good news, everyone! I grabbed the key and I walked
It was
off.
just what the key looked like.
Well, look
Muna.
at that. You found a keyblade.
You've all opened these around the same time, so we're gonna go to Muna next. Muna,
Okay.
you make your way off into what appears to be a large sort of sitting room, a large sort of like kind of study area. As you step in, this appears to be where all of the storage seems to be placed away and put off into wherever it needs to be. There's most likely a bunch of things of interest around here, though it doesn't seem like anything is amazingly organized. It just seems like there's a lot of things just strewn about.
I would look around, but in 5 seconds, Zarel will say, "Good news, everyone," and I have to put attention to that.
Oh, of course. Zorel says, "Good news, everyone," and you step back out. The other two, big funny thing. You guys both open up doors that lead into what appears to be the remainder of the servants' quarters. As you both step in and look in, you then see the other on the other side.
Wave.
You know, it feels like we have a serial killer situation, and we're trying to find the serial killer. This serial killer is having an easier time escaping than they thought.
Other than that, it doesn't appear that there's anything amazingly just showing in here. If there was anything, you would probably need to search about the different places. Same thing with the storage room. I don't know why there's little dots here, and I'm trying to get rid of them, but they won't go away. I'm so mad at it. There it goes.
I'm so mild.
I'm so mild. With all these little dots, and they need to die. There we go.
Dirty widow dogs, oh my.
But yep, that is the room.
And now you guys hear Zarel say, "Good news, everybody."
You guys hear Zarel talk about the good news, look back and see they're triumphantly holding a key in their hand.
And then Muna will say, "Oh, look, you have a keyblade."
This is a key, Muna.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Anthony, you
The
talking?
great news. Oh, go ahead. We can keep talking.
There we go. That time was God damn it.
Because I saw you like
That was-
pointing at things,
I
and I saw
wasn't-
you moving about. I'm like, are you talking, Anthony? What?
What's going on? Are you okay, Anthony?
I'm fine. I don't know what's going on here. Not that I said anything of import, just snide remarks. So,
You're being so mean to me.
yes. No,
You guys want to check out the last door?
might as well.
Let's do it together.
Okay. as
We
a
should
family.
hold hands about it.
I
Everyone's
can't
the
wait
door
for
now.
somebody with a blunderbuss to
As
shoot us.
you guys
One of us has
find
to open the door.
yet another high-end servant room, though this one appears to be a little bit more well kept than the others, and also it appears to be occupied.
Uh-oh. Woman.
As you open the door, whichever one of you decided to open the door, and you see what
Not
appears
me.
to be a woman laying in their bed.
Yeah, I'll take credit. I'll take charge.
All right, but remember, women are a big responsibility.
Is she very awake or is she very asleep?
She is looking toward the door at you.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong room, and I close the door on her.
Is it the wrong room?
Roll me demeanor.
You could have had a pet woman, and you
Let her go.
We're not gonna go down that pathway there.
Have a fight.
Oh, roll me 2 more times because you have 2 fleetings. Anthony gave you 1 and you got another one earlier.
I can't let you just fucking flop and die like this.
That's
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, come on, let's go for a 5. Let's go for a 5.
Come on.
13.
That is a
Fair
14.
enough.
As you say this, the worst possible thing won't happen, so that's good. However, we're gonna keep
immediately start yelling.
we're gonna keep the camera on her for a second as you open. Oh, wrong room. You step out. The camera kind of stays here as she just looks at the door, and then just looks back up at the ceiling. As she just lets whatever that was happen.
I don't get paid enough for this.
As you had closed the door, Zarel, I would like
Yeah.
you to roll me insight as well.
Oh yeah, baby.
Go.
You see, she was in fact bleeding out.
16. It's actually a decent roll for Sorrel.
That's pretty good. Roll me 2 more times.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do better than 16 on Sorrel. I
That's
can do
a
it 20, no?
natural 20. Do-do-do-do.
When
Uh,
Zarel brain blast moment.
As you make your way away, the last thing you see before closing the door, there appears to be a rather large keyring over top of their desk, with many different keys on it. And you shut the door, and here you are.
Zarel's is like, 3 seconds pass.
We just stand there
5
in 3
seconds
seconds.
pass.
Did you see something?
Oh yeah, she had a bunch of keys. Like this one, but a lot more.
Narrows eyes. A key. She had several keys, you said?
Yeah.
You know, like the door that was locked that had blood in it?
And I just don't know, Ramu. I mean, do I feel anything really, or am I just pretending? Do I actually have a feeling inside of me that I'm feeling bad, or am I pretending to feel bad and in such not actually feeling bad?
One sociopath to another, it's okay not to care.
What?
Caring is getting in the way.
You can talk.
No one did wrong with likes Gilgamesh.
But no, you show up, Gilgamesh.
Repeat after me.
I just imagine it keeps going
Fuck
Pika
everyone
Pika.
but
Meanwhile, outside of Ramu vision, Pika 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 Pika. Rosa, I need your noble status to do something.
Oh, what is it you need?
We need a keyring off a desk.
All right. What should I do?
Go in there, say you need it, take them and leave.
Roll me
That's
for
what I would
your demeanor.
You're gonna have to ask her to do the scariest thing she could do: assert herself as a woman.
Yes. First. Hey. That's a 5 total again.
He just goes in space. You think I'm a sociopath?
Dirty 20.
She stands up. As she does, she makes her way over toward where you guys are. As she does, she hands Ramu over toward Muna. And then goes to the door. She steps in. Oh, excuse me. As she's like, of course, my lady. She goes over, takes the keys. As you were. What? Closes door. You then hear a slight commotion on the other side. You then see Rosa put a key in the door and lock it.
Gilgamesh is just holding out his hand. He's just waiting with the hand extended.
As she turns, she flinches slightly whenever there is banging on the door.
Hey, hold on. Why are we locking her in?
What?
Oh, because
Zerel.
I'm not allowed to have these.
Ah, I
Well, it's a
see.
good.
Bang,
Well,
bang,
it's a
bang, bang,
good
bang,
thing
bang,
I-
bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang,
Is
bang.
it
But
bang.
also, Zarel,
You're
that door was locked, and those are
okay. At
keys.
least they're free.
No. Gilgamesh just walks away with the keys.
What are you saying, Mickey?
The room that had the blood in the bed was locked. And that's a key ring.
I
The
mean, I know,
keys to
I
the house.
understand. I just, we're locking her in
We
there. I
can't
mean,
trust the help.
What if she dies of hunger?
She won't.
What if she dies of thirsty, Mickey?
From what my brother has spoken about humans, they can survive at least 2 months without food, but only 4 days without water.
Even implied she cares.
Let's
I
just
don't-
go.
Okay.
It's
We
just,
don't have keys, it's fine.
As
you did
you guys
well, you did
hear,
well. So,
as you guys hear the banging, you guys make your way over
You
toward
can't.
the
No,
door.
I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm opening that fucking door.
Zarel, you see that the door is locked. Do you would like to grab the keys, or do you want to open it another way?
If you don't give me the fucking keys, because I'm gonna have to use my hands.
do you really want to have to go through this?
I will use my hands if I have to. Gilgamesh, do not test me.
This
Zarel, we.
test.
Zarel,
4,
if she gets out and she tells other people, it'll
3.
make it very difficult for us to get Artemis out of here.
Gilgamesh holds out the keys.
1.5.
He holds out.
We'll
not only
free
does he
her
hold-
later.
Not only does he hold up the key, he holds up the key that Rosa used to lock the door that he watched it in.
Thank you, Gilgamesh. You're very kind.
I'm
I'm gonna
not.
go open the door.
You're only going to cause more pain with this.
Zarel, as you have said that and then you started counting down, you did hear the banging slow to a stop. As you get to the door, do you want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Zarel, you go to open the door. You're very kind. You're a very kind individual. And because you are playing to your character, I would like to reward you with something.
Thanks, man.
Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Sneak attack! Sneak attack!
That's not what I'm rewarding you with.
Man,
I'm rewarding you with 2 inspirations. There you go.
Am I gonna need these?
You can use these whenever you want. These are your reward for
Thanks.
playing to your character.
Thanks, man.
You are a sweet summer child, and we all love you.
Thank you.
I would also like you to please roll me for your insight.
I can't give any more fucking inspiration readings anymore. I'm sorry.
That's
Hey,
pretty good.
that's not
Zero.
bad.
They're
Yeah.
going to
14.
roll against it. They need to beat a 14, but that is
Zero.
legitimately possible.
Mhm.
They got a 7. Zarel, you open the door, and you note that they are slightly away from the door. As you go to open it and you look in there toward them, the first thing you will note from them is that they are in the process of turning toward the door, something gripped in their hand. As you look to them, gonna go for, we'll go for this one.
Hey, is that axe shining?
You see in their hands what appears to be a jeweled dagger.
Uh-huh.
As they look towards you, you note what appears to be a glowing bright yellow to their eyes as they seem to go forward in attempting to stab you. Luckily for you, You saw this coming. They were a little slow on the uptake. I'm going to assume you stumble back away from them.
Yep.
As this goes down, I'm going to go ahead and bloop, do this because
fuck.
you guys would note standing in the area here what appears to be a person looking back at each of you with glowing yellow eyes, very similar to a Heartless. As they are looking to you with a jeweled dagger in hand, we are going to end things off there for the night.
That's a
Luna
good
will
spot to end.
Luna will just say, "The new curse begins."
I'm
I
so
love
glad
ice.
that you didn't get instantly stabbed.
Thank you.
I am
you
also
were-
very glad.
I was immediately going to stab you. It was going to be damage immediately to you.
I mean, that's normal, but
I love that I was fucking right again.
But,
You're just gonna cause more pain if you
but,
open the door.
but. Zarel stuck to their guns, and I appreciate them for it.
Yeah, no.
To be fair, I
Nice.
was also thinking
just let her fucking die.
Yes, if it comes
It
to
was-
it.
like I was also like kind of like it's kind of messed up. We just kind of locked her there, like.
Well, I'm not expecting you guys were. I mean, here's the thing. Rosa wasn't expecting you guys were going to just leave the estate without opening that up again or something. She's mostly
Yeah,
just
why
like, I'm
wouldn't we
going
have?
to lock them in for now so we can go and do other things.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
none of us were gonna leave them there to
Because
die.
as soon as Gilgamesh said, go get those keys, she's like, oh, they're not going to like that.
They're not gonna like that at all.
But she is in no mood or position to think at the moment. She's still trying to decide if she has feelings.
I would love her to have feelings so bad.
And look, now we get a chance to evilify them.
She's going to
So,
stab the
like,
fuck out of you guys.
That's
Just
Yeah,
an
that's
axe,
the thing,
just an axe in her
But-
head on the ground, like what?
so you say that, Will, but you were part of the group that found out that these are essentially flesh golems created to house Heartless, is essentially what was described.
But what was
Yeah.
also said, and again, Muna was there for this.
Yes.
What was also said was they're not sure what happens if this new curse is lifted from them. They're not
Yes,
sure if
that's
they
also
become
true.
something new or if they just die. But
Yes.
you know, there's still a chance.
Yeah,
There's
like,
still a chance.
we don't know if they're just mindless or not. Like, remember, the right before was just confusion and just like it wasn't like I'm going to go stab the Zarel now that they entered my room. They only got to stab me when it was like we're locking you in.
You do
Well-
know
Well,
that you
first
do
it
know
was
that
the
they
key
are.
thing with the
What was told to you, you
Fine.
do know that they are mostly mindless. But they didn't.
Yeah.
They apparently with the first one just didn't assume that anything was wrong, since Zarel's like, "Oh, my bad," and then left.
Now they have someone who's not allowed to do fucking anything doing something. They like can't have that happen.
So like there is still a thing of they are, from what you know, from what you've been told, from what you've seen, they are mostly mindless, but they're not sure what happens when they become not mindless, whenever the control over them is severed. Which you don't know how to do
Yeah.
that, first off. Most likely it is stop the person who's controlling them, but hey, maybe you can find out something else.
Look, we haven't. We'll get enough rope to like tie all of them and like try like everything.
We just gotta knock them out.
We could summon Imp.
maybe what we need is some cheese.
And then Imp just
Try
eats them.
them.
Yeah, and just let Imp eat them.
Maybe Imp knows something.
Just let him starve.
Yeah.
On the star. I'm like into darkness insight, you know, since we don't fucking know a goddamn thing about the darkness.
He's gonna look at them and go, "What the fuck are those things?"
Well, probably, but you know,
We'll see, man. We'll
If-
see. But yeah,
What a time.
They got those bright yellow heartless eyes, and they got a jeweled dagger, and you guys can beat them up and take it.
And then Zarella and I will try and give them enough cheese to heal them from whatever this is.
It won't give them a will to live, yeah.
If they have enough pimento, maybe they will be better.
It will heal them.
Maybe
It's healed me
maybe the
before.
Havarti is the key.
Maybe they just
Like
need a
the
little
key
bit
to
of
Havarti.
sharp cheddar.
You can't spell like a lot of good without Gouda.
It's true. A lot of Gouda and good share letters.
Yeah.
But yes, all that being said, my dudes, we are going to end things there for the night. That was pretty interesting, pretty fun little sesh we had. Hopefully by the time we get back next time, we'll have all of the items and things remade for the players so that they can have this little combat. I am not expecting them to die from this, since it's one person against all of them. But you never know. Maybe there's some really bad rolls. We'll see.
This person's about to get folded like a fucking pretzel.
Look, I think we'll party wipe, but it's not because of her, but because of Ramu going, oops.
Ramu just fucking thunders and kills all of you.
God damn it, Robin.
Yes, with all that
That's
being
fine,
said,
we
my
have
dudes,
Overshield.
we're going to end things here. And until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Goodbye.
Hooray.